Hello, welcome back to another episode of Panel Punks, the show where you get your comic book news. We talk about all the new comics that came out this week and discuss different
You
discussions that we
guys
want to talk
spend
about
30
comics
minutes talking about Miles Morales.
every episode. This is the Miles section with Vinny Okojo.
I could take a whole episode talking about that shit.
We probably could. I mean, talking about like everything that Miles has been involved with. I mean, he has movies, he has video games, bunch of
Uh,
comics.
but for introductions, I'm Venia Kojo. I'm a Pokemon bounty hunter specializing in original games on my streams, but I like comics as well. That's why I'm here.
And I am Hikaruhiroki, the Cosmic Oni. I usually host interview shows on my channel, the Superstar Show, and I'm here on on my show that I originally made, Panel Punks, where I talk about comics and geek out. So, did you want to start us off today? We have
Um,
Marvel to start off with.
you can recap this one. I'm gonna recap the next one.
Oh, okay. Oh shoot, I didn't read Endgame. That's the problem. I had so look. I had like
All right,
ten
you want me to recap it?
I had
Okay.
like 10 comics I was reading.
I
Okay,
had a bunch, but I read them all today.
how many did you have? I'm seeing like your name by every one of these.
Uh, let's see. 11?
Okay, you had one more than me, ma'am. I got all
Yeah, that.
mine too.
Wait, no. Sorry, not 11.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Shit,
13 even.
how did you read 13?
I benched them.
Damn, I can't even do that. I was like reading while I was at the laundromat. I
Okay,
must just
well,
be a
I
slow
guess
ass
I'll
reader.
recap Endgame.
Yeah, I didn't get to. I didn't
You
see that you put my.
won't.
I didn't see that you put my name next to it. Okay.
Okay. So, this is Ultimate Endgame. Uh, just to recap of what the hell Ultimate Endgame is. It is the final big story arc for the Ultimate Universe, not the 1610, but 6160. With Ultimate Spider-Man married to MJ. You got the Ultimate Wolverine being the Winter Soldier. All that stuff. The fucked up universe.
Hmm.
Um, last issue we found out that the Maker turned into the city. He's just the city now, and all of our heroes have found like this weird, crazy old dude that is potentially Tony Stark's dad.
Oh.
And we see him sort of rambling on about like, oh, this is all the stuff that happened in like unchronological order. And Tony's like, okay, Dad, can you start from the beginning, please? What are you talking about? He basically talks about how the Maker absorbed the entire city and turned them all into mindless drones. Like he is like the big old tree we saw at the end of the first issue.
Hmm.
Um, we also see that since they've been in the city for a while, outside of the city, it's been months. Time is progressing.
Oh
And
shit.
something I really liked about this is that we actually get to see Ultimate Black Panther again.
Yeah, let's
We get to
go.
we get to see Killmonger and T'Challa, and Killmonger is like a big part of it, which is great because I felt like Ultimate Black Panther kind of ended on a premature note. There could have been a lot more story arcs we could have gone through with this, but we get to see a little bit here. Um, we get to see him sort of
Hmm.
try to make his way into the city. Um, but we also learned that in the city itself, the little like hideout that they're at with presumably Tony Stark's dad is sort of limbo adjacent. It's basically run on what he calls borrowed time, where he steals time from other centuries and gives them like a respite for a bit. But
Okay.
eventually, the big old robot dudes eventually find them and they start attacking him. And Tony's dad kind of sacrifices himself to make sure that everyone's okay. Um, and he has like this weird helmet that he has on, that tries to fight back on, and at the very end, Tony's like, "No, don't do this, Dad, stop!" And all the time that he called him his dad, um, the dad's like, "I don't know who you are," and even at the very end, he's
Uh,
like, "I'm sorry, Tommy, I don't see the resemblance," and he's like distraught by it. But after he like basically sacrifices himself or whatever, he's like
uh-huh.
dying. He's like kind of withering away, and he does recognize his son, but not as a good guy. He calls him a
Oh.
conqueror and destroyer. So
Oh.
that could be more references to Tony Stark's fate as it's been heavily hinted at since
Mm.
the beginning of this universe that Tony would become King the Conqueror.
Hmm.
Because when the Maker in the Ultimate Invasion, when the Maker tries to go far into the future as far as he can, he gets stopped in a roadblock by this Kang guy who has a suit that is very similar to the Mortis engine suit that Tony has. Um, and so he all the robots come in and like a huge like wave comes in like destroys all the robots, and they're basically back where they first started. They're in the city again instead of Limbo, have nowhere to go. But we do see a certain someone that we haven't seen this entire series.
Oh.
So all the heroes, so it's Tony, it's Captain Ares, or she calls herself America, but like it's the other Captain America, the
Mm-hmm.
other one. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, America Chavez.
about. Yeah, and Doctor Doom, and they're all talking. But Doctor Doom hears a voice that says, "Welcome home, Doom. It's good to have you back. Your help
Oh.
fighting Limbo was appreciated, but killing Immortus was just the beginning of our work together.
Oh.
Don't worry. I'll have no doubt you'll make your Maker proud." The Maker returned as his
Oh shit.
original human form, and it's sort of implied like Doctor Doom may either be having visions of the Maker, or the Maker as the city is like projecting himself in Psyche. We don't really know yet, but the Maker is here again.
Damn.
That's it. Pretty good stuff. Not a terrible lot happens. It's just, oh, we're in this little limbo, and
Hmm.
the alien and the robots or whatever come by, and oh no, Dad, don't go. And then also I'm Killmonger, and I'm gonna get in the city. That's it.
Damn. Some crazy shit.
I
Sounds
want
like
to
the.
see how this ends because like I'm wondering if this is actually going to be the end of the Maker. Like if he's just going to
Hmm.
straight up just die in this run.
I
Um,
I would be interested to see if they do end up killing him off because he's been around for a long time.
well, keep in mind he was the original Ultimate Universe Reed Richards in Turn
Yes.
Evil. Um, so I'm really curious to see like what happens. Like maybe the Ultimate Universe ending is sort of a double entendre for this Ultimate Universe ending, and then the
Mm-hmm.
other Ultimate Universe's story ending. And the only person who was basically a leftover of the original Ultimate Universe
Will be
will be
Miles.
Miles.
Well, that and Kenny Kong and maybe Wolverine's son.
Oh, did they transfer over?
Apparently, I was doing like research one day for something. I was like looking up Ultimate Universe stuff, and they were also apparently carried over into like the main universe at some point. But I think they just forgot about them.
I could have sworn Kenny Kong was like a original character in the original universe, and they
They
just made him like
did,
a.
but then there was like this weird what's it? It was like Night Mask and something comic that he was in, and it was just like, what the fuck is Kenny Kong doing in here?
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I am really curious to see like if the Maker just dies in this. If it
Hmm.
does, I wouldn't complain because like that guy has a lot of like bad writing baggage attached to him. Like the fact that they made him evil is just like a bad writing decision. But a lot of stuff he's been in, like it was a part of Venom's story for a little bit. I thought that was actually pretty my
Yeah.
favorite. Let's see what
Very
happens.
interesting.
Speaking of ultimate stuff, we got up to Wolverine.
The ultimate
Um,
Wolverine.
I remember seeing this like YouTube video. This really like one of those like clickbaity, like not comicsy but comicsy adjacent, like
Hmm.
reviews where they just shit talk the newest comics and just
That's
self-aggrandize the older comics. It'd be like, oh, the '90s Spider-Man was great. ASM, the new one is unredeemable and bullshit.
really.
Found a video that was like, Ultimate Wolverine is all edge and no point, and it's like, no. There's some stuff I don't like about Ultimate Wolverine, like the fact they killed off all the X-Men.
Hmm.
But I still really enjoy Ultimate Wolverine. Like, the only series I dropped because I just didn't like it was Ultimate X-Men. I think
Yeah.
Ultimate Wolverine is just like pretty good shit. Um, but in this issue of Ultimate Wolverine, is Wolverine and Jean Grey trying to track down Magic. Um, we see a bit of like a backstory with like as a child wandering into like the hellscape or whatever, or limbo, and she meets this big demon, and it's like, oh, now I'm magic or something. I don't really much magic stuff, but like I assume that's kind of happens. But Jean Grey and Wolverine, they're just kind of just down tracks for uh or magic. We also see Sentinel. There is just a Sentinel bot reprogrammed, and he's pretty cool too. He's called Sentinel 1 or Sent 1. Um, he talks really slow, but like he's a good guy. We see them going into a village. Wolverine goes to a bar and asks out Gray, and the guy at the bar is like, "You're him, aren't you? Savior of Russia." So Wolverine's definitely been doing stuff in Russia and getting
Oh
a
shit.
reputation of like being a good guy and stuff. Um, and then we see the team get into a fight with a bunch of campers who are like soldiers or something. And we see this one kid that I don't really recognize. They say she's not a mutant. I thought for a second she was Psylocke, but I don't think that's it. Let me actually see if they name her at all. It's this like girl with like kind of really long hair, with like a mask that's really similar to the one that Wolverine had as the Winter Soldier, like really long claws. Lady Deathstrike. It is apparently
Oh
called
yeah.
Lady
Yeah.
Deathstrike.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we see her like slashing up some dudes, and we see Wolverine and Lady Deathstrike fight a lot. Um, we see that before they knock out Lady Deathstrike, Jean Grey comes over and it's like, I'm gonna mind meld with her. I'm gonna see what's going on. And she sees like a lot of like different locations potentially where magic is. And it ends
Oh.
with Jean Grey like kind of afraid, like, oh my god, that was a really scary vision. And then Wolverine's like, what about Rasputin? And she says 20 locations. I pulled 20 locations. You know, you and Rasputin will be at one of them.
Oh
Sure of
shit.
it.
So I gotta check all of them. Holy crap.
Yeah, so it's like they're finding magic. Oh god.
That'd be cool. Ultimate
That's
version
not
of magic.
that's well, we've seen her before. She was one of the
Mm.
leaders of
Oh
like
yeah,
the
that's
Republic of
right.
Eurasia or something.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like it was her and Colossus is like the main family that is taking over the
Yeah.
continents. We will. This is not the last time we're seeing magic in Colossus, though. We I read that ongoing. That's pretty good.
Oh
Does look good
yeah.
ongoing.
You'll have to tell me how that is once we get to that.
Speaking of X-Men ongoing,
Yeah, we're talking about Storm, Earth's
I read
Mightiest
this too.
Mutant. It's so good. I didn't expect it to be this good. I had a really good time reading it. So, Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant starts up with Storm meeting up with this previous like Japanese god that she fought. There apparently this is continuing another series where it was like the Eternal Storm saga, where she had this big thunder war that she was going up against like all these different gods, and Susanoo was one of them.
Susanoo.
And yeah, Susanoo uh, is like,
They didn't add the dash, so it reads like Susanoo,
yeah, I noticed that. It was really
but it's
weird.
Susanoo.
Yeah. It's really weird. But anyways, she's meeting up with him and he's like, I have to, since I lost, I have to like commit ritual suicide. And she's like, "Okay, but before you do that, let's like drink tea." And um she basically tricks him into taking like this sleepy tea to trap him in a pocket dimension so that way she doesn't kill anybody because she has this whole code where she doesn't want to kill anybody. And he's like, "I can't believe you did this. My family's gonna come and like beat the shit out of you for doing this." And she's like, "Okay, whatever, bring him on." Cuts to like present day, and Storm is going to go and save people that are getting attacked in France. There's a bunch of these weird fucking creatures come out and attacking. There's also a scene before where it's like these two people are about ready to like get it on. They're about ready to have sex, and uh, the TV starts messing up, and the guy's like, "Damn it, we need something so your neighbors can't hear us doing it." And then she's like, well, so and so." And then he goes to go use the bathroom, and then his phone stops working. It starts glitching out too. He starts blowing into it. He's like, "Oh, there's still liquid in it," and he keeps blowing into it until eventually, like a tendril or something, just goes into his mouth, and his head like explodes, and he's
He was in the
dead.
bathroom,
Hmm.
literally shit talking.
He was, because he was like, what was he talking about? He's like getting so mad that he couldn't be with her, and then also he was like
Oh,
mad
it's
that
your
she.
fault that you scream like a banshee while we fuck.
Hmm.
Oh,
he,
I had the nerve.
he was.
He's literally shit talking because he's on the dump.
It was so funny. And then after that, it shows Scarlet Witch, and she's like, "What the hell happened here?" So apparently, some kind of magical thing is going on with that. It has to do with like electricity and whatnot. But anyways, we cut back to Storm. She's riding on this freaking cool dragon that apparently she made friends with. She's got two swords. She's fighting people, beating the shit out of everybody. There's this like French superhero lady that's calming her kids down to me like, you need to hide right now. Mommy's got to go save people." And then she accidentally like knocks something over, and she's just really nervous because she's gonna meet Storm. All of a sudden, one of the monsters comes in and destroys the place and ends up killing her. And it's too late for Storm. Like she's trying to save everybody. Some of those Japanese god people are there, and they're like,
It's a huge dragon.
yeah, they're like, "Hey, you need like you need to give up or else." And then they show that there's like an illusion over the town, and it was way worse of an attack that like than Storm ever thought it was. She only thought it was like destroyed in one area, but it was like the whole city. And
What's
then
really tragic is that we see
mhm,
like this family of
yeah.
like this woman. I guess she was like part of a royal guard of like that area.
Yeah, she was like the
And kids, and she's
superhero.
like, "Oh, I'm gonna meet Storm. I'm gonna," and then she dies. And
Yeah.
her dying, but she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna meet Storm," and then she dies.
Yeah, she was like, "I was
And
so
then she's like hugging the
nervous."
kids, and the kids are like, "Oh, we thought you were cool, but you're lying about us being okay, and I guess it's okay too." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I know. And like Storm is crying in the shower and everything. She's like just so upset about the situation that happened. And then she's like laying in bed, and then like the last shot we see is Wanda's like, "Storm, what did you do? Like what?"
Well, no, no. What I interpret it as is she's asleep and she's so mad that she's like you see in the outside it is storming outside,
Mhm.
and so I think Wanda's coming and being like, "What the fuck are you doing? Are you going crazy?" Because like,
Maybe, or
because
maybe
she's
she's
like,
talking about the attacks that are happening, cuz it kind of is
but that's
caused by
not really
her.
her fault, is it?
I think maybe because of the stuff that happened with Susanoo.
Maybe.
So, but next issue, Galacta.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm
I
like,
was like,
huh?
I was interested in that. I was like, what? Galacta's gonna be in
The
there.
fuckable Marvel Rivals lady? Okay, sure.
Interesting. I wonder what she has to do with all this. It'll be really interesting to see how that plays into the story. But I really
But that
enjoyed it.
was that was a really good comic.
Mm-hmm.
Now time for some shit.
Oh no.
I hated this issue of Amazing Spider-Man. I hated this issue so much. And I'm so glad that this fucking arc is finally over with. It's supposedly wrapping up like the I'm Norman, I'm Spider-Man, and oh what would Peter do? And oh I'm so depressed and blah blah blah. And it's like, dude, that clickbaity YouTuber should have talked about this shit having all edge and no point. It's just Norman moping and doping. Why everyone else
Hoping
is
and
like fucking
doping? What are you shooting
everyone
up?
else is trying to like kill the Spider Slayers. Like Miles is in there. That's great and all.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's moping around and he's like, blah, blah. We see the Hobgoblin. The Hobgoblin's involved in this too,
Oh
because
shit.
in the Spider-Man annual that we talked about last week,
Mm-hmm.
there was a story about like, oh, I'm a Spider Slayer, no, I'm a Hobgoblin, and I'm a random billionaire. Like that was supposedly in reference to this or something.
Okay.
Like they're fighting. And Miles using his laser sword. He's using his electric sword.
Let's go.
Um, and Miles like, okay, I'm gonna like do a huge explosion with my bioelectricity. Norman's like, okay, sure. Then he blows up all the dudes, and Norman activates some sort of like power in his bracelet because like he has like little bracelets. It's
Mm-hmm.
sort of reminiscent of like the original Spider-Man design,
Yeah.
the really bulky web shooters. It's actually like Norman Osborn tech, and he puts in some sort of code word called like murmuration. It just explodes all the spider cells or something.
Oh shit.
Um, and then we see like a bunch of people rush into the hospital because like the Oscorp building got blown up. One of them is of course Aunt May because she was there for a bit.
Oh my god.
Um, we also see that then we go to like the home of Liz Allen. Liz Allen's in this for some reason, and she's having a little like thing with her kids, like the yard or whatever, like calling someone. But she's like, "Oh Norman, what have you done?" And the fucking hobgoblin is there, kind of like skulking around, and then we see Norman being like, "I'm done being Spider-Man," and he has the goblin glider.
Uh, oh
And he
shit.
has the bombs, but he's still in a Spider-Man suit. Um, he's like chucking bombs, but like, I shouldn't have gotten my grandchildren into this fucking hobgoblin. And then they fight and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I'm the goblin again, blah blah blah. But I'm so in pain, and you made me do this." And like they fight, and like he knocks Kingsley to the ground. Like he picks up his sword, and like he takes off his mask, and it's like, is he actually going to kill Hobgoblin? Is he gonna become the Green Goblin again? No,
Mm-hmm.
he just like slams it on the fucking ground. He's like, "Make any further attempts on my life, even think about my family again, you will not enjoy mercy."
What the
And the
heck?
Hobgoblin runs away. But then we see like his like ex-wife or something, Emily, I think her name is. She's sort of like around, and she's like, "Oh, are our grandchildren all right?" And Norman's like, "Oh, Emily, it was you. You did this all along."
What?
And he gets knocked out from exhaustion.
I'm
Then we see Norman in his Oscorp building, and he's like kind of bandaged, and he's like, "Ugh, I'm not gonna be the Goblin or Spider-Man. I'm just gonna be me." And then
okay.
Spider-Man shows up, like Peter, and he's like, "Hey, what did I miss?"
I need you to be Spider-Man. Damn it! I just stopped.
And he has the gold suit, which is great. I really like his gold suit a lot, and I hope he
Mm-hmm.
uses it in more stuff. But he's like, "Oh, it's me, Norman." And he's like, "Oh, I tried. I don't know what I did, but I tried." And they hug, and Peter's like, "You did great, Norman. You did great." No, the fuck you didn't. All you did was prance around as the Spider-Man, and you hurt people, and you were an edgy fuck. And I'm so glad this fucking comic is done.
Yeah.
All we have is one more issue of Space Spider-Man, which is pretty cool. And
Hell
we
yeah.
get Death Spiral. It's the most exciting Spider-Man arc we've had in a while because we get Spider-Man. We also get to see Venom, and we also get to see Eddie Brock Carnage. I'm so excited for that.
And a brand
2
new
out of 10, I hated
villain.
this shit. I hated that shit so much.
Wow, 2 out of 10 for real? Wow.
I hated that. I fucking hated that.
Damn. Ah, well,
The art was fine, and Miles was in it. That's really it.
well, for a comic that has good art, I read Logan Black, White, and Red, or Black, White, and Blood. This book has been pretty awesome. I like how it's just an anthology of like past stories of Logan. This one had 3 different stories in it. The first one was just about it was written by Benjamin Percy, which I thought was really funny for the story that it is. It's just about Logan stumbling upon like a bunch of Mounties and American gangsters that had like this shootout. They're all like dead, and he just sees like this wagon, and he pokes this barrel, and he starts like drinking the liquid from it. And he's like, I've had liquor before. I've had alcohol, but I've never had something this tasty before. And just this one guy comes up and he starts like attacking him, and before he kills him, he's like, "What was that stuff?" And he's like, "It's Kentucky bourbon, you hillbilly asshole." And then like he's got like this monologue where he's like, "I don't want to be in anybody else's war." So before like the Mounties and American gangsters get there, he just picks up the barrel and runs off to like his cabin. And in the end, he's just drinking it from the tap. And it was just like, this is how Wolverine fell in love with beer. And I was just like, this is awesome. The second story is about Logan on a ship, and people are turning up dead, and it's revealed to be a mutant killing the crew. The crew was planning to sell her and like this little girl off, and Logan's like, okay, I'm not gonna allow that to happen. So he ends up like killing all the crew, saves the girl. The art in this is really good. Who did the art in this? Mirko Astolfo, I want to say, and Dolfo. They were the person that did Blasphemous, that book that I showed you. Mirka and Dolfo, yeah. Which this art was really good. It's kind of like anime style a little bit, but it's very clean. I really liked it a lot. And then for the third story, we had Logan and Carol Danvers infiltrating a cult and then accidentally finding out the cult leader is a scroll when he cut off his hand. And then it cuts back and forth between like Logan's view of like the future and the present, and in the present he's getting like interrogated by his superiors, and they're like, that's impossible, that's stupid, you couldn't have seen like an alien. And then he gets like dismissed with Carol, and then right after that Nick Fury just shows up and he's like, well, it's a good thing that you guys made sure that he was gaslit, because that was a scroll and nobody was supposed to
Nick
know
Fury?
White Nick Fury, because it's
Okay.
taking place in the past. This is like, what is it, the 60s, I want to say?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it just is several years ago. So I want to say maybe 70s, something like that. But
Before Nick Fury Jr.
yeah, yeah. So he comes in, he's just like, yeah, we sent them out there on purpose to find the scrolls by accident, but you had to gaslight him so he didn't know that. And then after he leaves to talking with those superior guys, it ends up that one of those guys was a scroll, and that's what's revealed at the end. And it's just like, oh shit, there was a secret scroll around there the whole time. And that's it.
Was it
So,
good? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed each story. I'm liking each one. I think having a limited amount of coloring is nice. Like seeing the grays, the whites. It's like manga when you're reading it, but with the red, it's really cool. how it pops out because the use of red is interesting. Like in the first story where he is hunting for that bourbon, there's flashbacks to when he's in like war, and all of that is red. And I was just like, oh, that's cool. His text box are also red. So the use of like different colors is really nice in this. The way they kind of like divide the boxes up and everything too. Sometimes the backgrounds are also red, where it's like it helps their character pop out since they can't be colored. So I am enjoying it a lot, and I'm interested to see what the next issue is about, what happens in it.
Uh, but yeah, speaking of X-Men, let's get into Magic and Colossus #1.
Hell
This is
yeah.
one of, I believe, two #1s of new X-Men ongoings that came out this week. The other one being Storm.
Yes.
Well, speaking of Storm, I hope you showed off that Black Panther cover. Good cover. I really like that cover a lot.
Oh, I showed off my cover. I can show off the that cover though.
Yeah, it's like I like it because one, I like Black Panther. Two, it's a Stormbreaker cover, which is really cool.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, I just think it's a really neat. Anyway, on to Magic Colossus. Speaking of this cover was drawn by one of my favorite artists, Simone De Mayo. Really cool. I was hoping he would do like a full series, but no, he just. So we start off with like a little bit of a backstory, a little bit of a dream sequence of like Colossus talking with, I believe, a child Magic. They're like, oh,
Hmm.
there's this little fairy tale, little snowflake, and Magic's like, I hate that nickname. Stop calling me that. And they're kind of like walking around. Then the demon from Limbo takes her away in a portal, and he's like, oh
No.
no, not my sister. And he turns into like the Colossus, like the steel thing. And then some guy named Mikhail shows up, and he's like, no, I thought you were dead. What are you doing? And then he gets trapped in like a grave of a bunch of like dead mutants. He's like, you kill these mutants. What are you going to do next, brother? And he's like, ah, and he wakes up.
I
Like,
was
oh,
gonna
that's a
say that
dream.
sounds like a dream.
Yeah. He's like, he wakes up and he's like, oh. And uh, Colossus has been kind of like following a bunch of like Russian farming villages to stop a bunch of like monster attacks. It
Ooh.
is later revealed that these monster attacks are there because Colossus is there. They're hunting him down for some reason.
Ah, shit.
And we see like this giant like tree monster. I don't want to say it's a Wendigoon, but it's some sort of or Wendigo. Wendigo's the YouTuber. But it's some sort of like big folklore tree monster chasing after them. And Colossus like beats him up, and the the monster's like, "Oh, you took my prey, but I demand blood. Will it be yours or the town's?" And God's like, "Okay, fine. I'll let you kill me if it means the town's safe." We see like blood splatter, and we think it's Boss is dying.
No shit.
Oh, it's Magic. She slices him in half, or his head
What?
off, and Magic's like, and Cost's like, "Oh my God, you saved me!" And Cost's like, "Yeah, what the fuck? You could have killed him. What the fuck are you doing?" And so like, oh, I was distracted, uh, Ilanya, and she's like, "Okay, well, we gotta go stop the village or whatever from being attacked. Let's go over there." They go to this farming village, and we find out that there is some like witch lady, some like terrorizer of the farming villages.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Lady Midday. I don't really know what that character is, if she's like new to this or not, but she's
Mm-hmm.
a minor antagonist. They fight. They have a little bit of like a sword duel with Lady Midday and Magic, kind of fighting. Um, it ends up with Colossus and Magic like kind of teaming up against different like elemental versions of this girl. Like she split her into four
Oh,
pieces, and they fight like
neat.
a fire one, a wind one, a water one, an earth one. Like the earth one has like shape shifting powers. Like she turns into like a wall to block Colossus, and like The water and earth ones make mud, and I kind of sink Colossus down and everything.
Hmm.
And it ends up with like them defeating all of them, and uh, he like sort of like pins uh a bunch. She creates like a black hole, and like a bunch of people are like falling in, and they're all dying and shit, and they're like, we got this one, and Matt's like, I'm making a spell to, like, stop the gravity, and so they put her back in one piece, and so Colossus like kind of pins the girl down, and she's like, oh, you don't have the nerve to kill me, and he snaps her neck, and
Oh.
he's like really, he feels really bad about that. And it's like, oh, but I don't think she's dead though. Um, so like they get up and just sort of like moping around. It's like, oh, don't worry, we'll confront the person who did this or whatever. And we cut to like St. Petersburg, Russia. Some
Hmm.
like billionaire guys in like a big old skyscraper, and like a soul comes in. I believe it's soul like the witch girl. And he
Okay.
grabs the soul and he's like, "Well, you failed, but you'll still be good use to me," and eats it.
Oh. So
He
he
eats the
just
soul,
he Shang Tsun's it from Mortal Kombat. Your
and he's like,
soul is
"Huh,
mine.
I guess I'll have to wipe out the entire Rasputin bloodline then."
Oh.
So it is.
Interesting.
Good stuff. I'm not too familiar with Colossus. Like, I didn't know that Colossus had the ability to change his body into the steel form. I thought he was just permanent like that, but
Oh
no, he
yeah.
like changed that because the only reference I've seen from like a Colossus thing is like Deadpool movies, and he
Yeah.
was always the steel guy.
He never untransformed in those movies for you. That's
Yeah.
right.
Um, I didn't know that he could transform into that, so I don't know. I enjoyed it. I'm willing to see where this is going.
Yeah.
Really enjoy seeing Colossus. Like I always read Colossus like, as like the Deadpool actor.
Oh
Um,
yeah, with that same accent.
yeah.
I could see that,
Uh,
yeah.
but like I'm gonna see where this goes, especially if we get more Simone de Mayo covers. That
Yeah,
would be
that
great.
would be really cool. Speaking of things with awesome covers, I read Godzilla Infinity Roar. This is a continuation of the Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. They were like, hey, we're not quite done with this. Do you want to do stuff in space? And they're like, sure. So I got this awesome cover where it's Godzilla just taken over by Null.
Yeah, I like that.
So what happened last time is they sent Godzilla off into space, and future Johnny Storm was like, "Hey, whatever you do, don't do that." But the Fantastic Four didn't see that message until like last second, and they're like, "Well, shit." And at the end of Destroy the Marvel Universe, Null found him and was like, "Okay, I'm gonna use you to take over the universe and make everything quiet." So this opens up with like a galactic committee, and they're like, "We need to find a way to stop Null and Godzilla." And it cuts to the Wakandan Empire in space, burning T'Challa, and Null starts attacking there with Godzilla. Godzilla covered in all the symbiotes and everything, and all of these Wakandans are going at him, and then it's like in dialogue. These guys are supposed to be able to take out like battalions, just like a single one of them, but they can't take it down. And there's just destruction everywhere, and symbiotes taking over people, and then boom, Black Bolt arrives. Which, by the way, I forgot his name was Blackagor Boltagon. What a fucking badass name. So
Literally Black Bolt.
for real. And then he steps up, and there's this roaring contest where like there's these big text, and it roars at Black Bolt, and then he roars back and he's this cute roar in big text. Now die. So then Godzilla is fucked up. Like there's so much muscle being exposed and everything. They think it's dead, but then the symbiote goes inside of it, makes it even more like nullified, and it starts destroying everything. And pretty much Burden T'Challa is destroyed. So the committee's like, we gotta figure stuff out again, and then the
Are they the
Avengers.
Illuminati?
Not they're not the Illuminati. It's like just a bunch of like aliens. They're like, hey, we need to figure out
Okay.
what the fuck we got to do here because this is becoming a really really big problem. Like there's scrolls there. There's like this plant like being and like another guy there. Um, but then they see a blip and it's the Avengers and they're like, hey, we're here to help because we know we did not defeat Godzilla, and we are going to try and do that now. So then the Avengers are trying to make up plans, trying to think of what's going on. And then it cuts to the Guardians. The Guardians are trying to invade Null's area to kill him so he doesn't have control over Godzilla. It goes really bad, and I think all of the Guardians die. So
Oh,
yeah, that's what it seems to imply is that they are dead, maybe. Because there's a shot where it's like symbiotes going into the ship and it's like not good. So then Odin is seen, he's just like slumping up over a tree and he's like, ugh, all right. Sounds like there's about ready to be war. And then he screams, he's like, all right, Asgard, get ready because we're about ready to fight Godzilla. Then at the end, it cuts to the Fantastic Four. And the Fantastic Four are trying to find somebody. And they go to like this technological looking little moon area. And they're like, hey, Galactus, we need you to fight Godzilla. Because if you don't fight him, he's going to destroy so many tasty worlds. You're just going to miss out on all these meals. And he's like, all right, I'll do it. I'll fight him. So now they're gonna have like Galactus versus Godzilla in this next one.
nice.
Yeah, it looks really cool. The art in it's really good too. Who's doing the art in this? I think they took the artist from one of the last ones. Javier Garon and Igguara. Those are the two artists on this. Yeah, it's pretty consistent with like the quality. So I'm really enjoying it.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Being a cosmic stuff, we got Nova Centurion number 4.
Hell yeah.
I've been really enjoying the series. I've never read a Richard Rider or Dick Rider story before, but I think this has been pretty solid so far. The basic plot of
Hmm.
Nova Centurion is that the World Mind is like in a helmet, and like all the Zendarians died except for Dick, and he's basically the only Nova Corps guy left. In order to fuel the power arm that's keeping the World Mind alive, he has to do bounty jobs to like get money to get energy because energy. So
Mm.
we're in this like we're in a starport in it's called the Gaitosh starport in the Gaitosh uh Rainbow system in Union Space. This guy looking at the ship that Richard and his crew are on, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I look at this beautiful ship. I'm gonna steal it." His name is Ian Rixlow. He's basically like Lando from Star Wars, but in
Oh,
Marvel.
really?
Um, so we cut to Richard, and he's like trying to buy this like they call it a Zendarian Star Core triple valve conduit. And what that is he can attach it to his suit so he can get like actual raw like starship fuel
Oh,
to
cool.
power his armor. Everyone's like, "You're gonna fucking die if you do that," and he's like, "Don't worry, I'm a professional." Um, and they fuel him, and he's like hurting really, really badly. And he's like, "Come on, I need more of this." And he's like, "Okay, uh, we charge it." And he's like, "Oh yeah, refueling successful. Quantum batteries charged. Power reserves fully replenished. And the Warmind's like, thank you, Richard. Appreciate it. So he has his full armor back. He's like, all right. And the workshop guy, the mechanic, is over there, and he's like, huh, you really are Nova. And he's like, yeah, tell everyone there's still one Nova core left out there. So we cut to all the crew except Richard inside the ship. They're kind of like they were buying stuff at the starport, so they're kind of like putting stuff away. The engine starts like, huh? Oh, Richard, have you returned? He's like, no, I'm buying fruit. It's so good. It's so ripe. And they're like, someone's stealing our ship. And he's like, yeah, I'm stealing your ship. That's right. Eden Rixlow. I'm gonna keep reading my name, remember it. And he's like, oh shit. And he like rushes away with like he like his he uses his helmet as a shopping cart for his fruit, and you can see him run away with like the fruit just dropping in the
Oh my
floor
god.
while he's running to a ship. So he's like running, and he's like, okay, let's go. So he chases after the ship. The ship's going really, really fast, and like Eden is or Rixlow or whatever is like he's a bunch of landmines like the field, and he's like, oh, come and get me, Nova. And he's like, all right, I'll calculate a bunch of stuff. And he's like, dude, this is millisecond course adjustments, but I am willing to do that. This is the war mind's like helping him with like combat and stuff, and he like zips through a bunch of landmines and blows them all up, and he's okay.
Oh shit.
And so they reach like a Stargate, which looks like Stargate, like SG-1
Oh
for some
really?
reason. Like circular thing with a bunch of like scribbles on the thing, with the little water thing. It's literally just Stargate SG-1. I don't know if that's been a Marvel thing for a while, but I thought
That does not sound like it. That's like nothing that I've heard of. Maybe they were just referencing it.
I don't know, but like they go through the Stargate and like, oh, just have enough time. It goes through and he's like, all right. They go to like a Dan Moss station, some like derelict station, and like the pilot lands the ship, and he's like, okay, I got the ship, and he's like, it's over, Rixlow, give me the ship. And then some voice from behind, he's like, come on, don't be mad at Rixlow, Rich. No, it's because I asked him to. Made him a stack to do so. And Rich was like, you! It's Star-Lord. And he's like, hey,
Good
pal,
boy.
what's the matter? No ahoy hoy for your pal Star-Lord? It's like, oh no, they're gonna fight. And then he reads Solicits and they team up. Like, oh.
They're like, nah, they're buddies.
Well, yeah, they're best friends in the comics. And that's really cool, but like, they're gonna fight and they're gonna team up. And something that's really depressing is that I think it's gonna end in 6 issues.
Damn. Oh, really?
Like they ended they're gonna end Planet She-Hulk in 6 issues. They're gonna end
Really?
in 6 issues. Everyone's hoping that this is gonna extend beyond 6 issues because I've seen a lot of people really enjoy this.
Yeah, we have something to talk about later about like one of the series that's related to like the space stuff ending soon.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed it. I give it like a 8. It was really good.
Nice.
Can't wait to see Star-Lord in this. Star-Lord's gonna be really fucking cool in this.
Hell yeah.
Because if you don't, I don't think you've read any Imperial.
No, I haven't.
During the Imperial limited series, 4 issues, Star-Lord becomes like a new leader of like the cosmic space. Like he's like the leader now. He wears like one of those like military jackets that has like the medals on it.
Yes.
He's like a ruler of stuff now.
Yeah. Is he the ruler of Spartax? Is that what he is?
I think so. I don't remember exactly, but
Spartax is his dad. Like his dad's a Spartaxian.
Yeah. He took over his dad's like
his empire. Interesting. Well, speaking of space stuff, I read Planet of the Apes
Planet of the
versus
Apes space
Fantastic
stuff.
Four. Yeah, it is. Because they're in space in this. So,
That was like an alternate Earth.
in this one, it is a different planet. That's what it says. Because the
Ah,
way they explain it in this, when. So, for all of these, like, 20th Century Fox or the crossover books, because Godzilla Infinity does this too. And they do like a half and half where it's like explains this side of the world where it's like the Planet of the Apes one, and then explains this side of the world and it's the Fantastic Four. In this one, it says an unknown planet in the far reaches of space is home to an advanced society of apes who walk, talk, and act like humans. So yes, it is an unknown planet, is what they say. So I am suggesting it is probably an alternate Earth, but in this one, it's like space stuff. I would say
right.
because it's like sci-fi, it relates to this. But anyways, uh, yes, I started reading this because I was
I
like,
did not. I was planning on reading it,
but
but
you
when I
did
went to
not
the
get the
comic
good
store,
cover,
so my comic store stocks some variant covers, but for
hmm
this one, they only had the original one,
which
which
is
is by
drawn by
Greg
Greg Land.
Land.
And if you guys
And
did
I
not know, he is a notorious tracer.
Tracer
So
porn.
bad he draws porn on like regular time. Like he's doing this for like professional work. That's the
Yeah.
crazy thing. Like, why would you
His art
do
also
that?
looks bad.
It is really bad. But the cover I
He
got is
he was
awesome.
he was in a lot of like the Ultimate Fantastic Four stuff, which is like
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it was really bad. But I got a really cool cover where it's like an old movie uh poster where it's got like the Fantastic Four and they're all ape versions. So it's really cool. And like there's a decrepit like Yancey Street sign like getting crumbled. But anyways, the story opens up with like the Watcher and he's like, what if there was a world where these two things crossed over? And we open up with the Fantastic Four, and they're on the Planet Apes planet, and they're on trial already. And the first thing you notice is Ben Grimm is normal. He does not have his powers. So when they arrived in this world, they did not have their powers anymore. And they're like really confused. Because what happened was they were originally fighting a character called the Red Ghost. I don't know how familiar you are with Red Ghost, but he's this guy who has telekinetic powers to control apes. So he is just like a gang of apes that he uses to do his bidding, like whether it be like steal gems or help him create like some scientific thing. But they were trying to get something from Reed's lab so that he could try and get to the Planet of the Apes universe because he's like, I want to be with the apes. But ended up switching the Fantastic Four over to that universe. And
Ah.
while they're on trial, they're explaining like, "Hey, we don't know your customs. We don't know anything. Like, we are literally like from a whole entirely different place." And like, there's these two apes that are like, "Oh, this is fascinating." They're like doctors, who apparently use like humans as test subjects and stuff like that. But there's like a couple of shots where it's like flashback when they first get to the Earth and they see that humans are being used as slaves and getting like whipped. And they also make a like observations that it's like they must not be like so technologically advanced because they're on horseback with like guns and whips, so they can't be like super far into the future or have like some idea of like technology. But then the apes are also like, what the hell? Humans that can talk? That's not right. Cause I guess the humans are like really primitive here on this earth.
In the original movies, they like enslaved them.
Yeah, and I think the guy who like lands there after like being stuck in space, he's like the only intelligent human. So anyway, they capture the Fantastic Four. They bring him on a trial, and they're like, "You're guilty, even though you don't know the laws." And right before this guy's about ready to like put them on trial, he's like, "Oh, my heart, what's happening?" And then like one of the Doctor Apes is like, "Here, let me help you," and the arm starts stretching. Another one's hands start going on fire, and one of them starts turning invisible. And these four apes have the Fantastic Four's powers, and it's like, what? How'd they get the powers? And the last page is the Red Ghost, and he's like, "Oh, I sent them off to this ape world. So you might have use of that, right, Doctor Doom?" And it is like a full spread page of Doctor Doom. It is like one of the most amazing illustrated shots of him I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to show it to you because I was like, "What the heck? Why does Doom look so awesome here?" So
Send me it.
yeah, I'll definitely send it to you. But that was the last page reel. I'm kind of interested to see what happens next. I'm wondering what the Fantastic Four are gonna do with these apes that are having their powers, and we're gonna put them on trial. But now they're like, "Oh shit! Well, we got to be the better people and help you out now, since you have our powers." So I'll read more of it and figure out what's gonna happen. It's piqued my interest.
Yeah. Thing of things that piqued my interest. Absolute Universe.
Hell yeah!
Only one though.
You only have one.
Oh no, two. Sorry.
Yeah, we have
Man and
two.
Green Lantern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because last week was like all of them.
Mm-hmm. It was
And this week's
four.
like, oh, it's just two. Okay. This issue is episode number 16. We get to see Hawkman, who killed Oliver Queen.
That fucking
Um,
bastard.
Yeah. But we see at the first pages, we see like the origin story for Hawkman. He was like a archaeologist, like in some sort of
Mm-hmm.
tomb, and he's like looking at some different hieroglyphs. He was some other dude, and he cuts off the future Hawkman's like rope, and he's like, "I work for the Nazis. And they
Oh.
pay me really well, and fuck you." And he's like, "Oh shit!" So like, he tries to fight him, and he grabs like this mace. It's like in the wall,
Hmm.
and he blows and like blows up the well, and he's like, "Oh, I'm one of the good guys now." And turns to Hawkman. He has like wings and shit. Um, so we cut to now. Superman and Hawkman are up in the sky and they're talking, and they're like, "Oh, hey, I just want to talk to you, man. Haha, you know, you're doing a little too much." And
Hmm.
every time he's like talking to him, he's like, "Oh, hold on. Okay, back. Sorry. I had to like help these people. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, no. Sorry. I had to like help these people." He's like, "Dude, stop that. I'm trying to talk to you, pal." And so he's like, "Oh, I'm one of the good guys. I'm Dr. Carter Hall, and I'm a retired archaeologist. But you're a new superhero. You have a lot to learn about that. Come with me. I know how to superhero."
Oh.
So we cut to Metropolis, and like Lazarus Corp, which is run by Ra's al Ghul, who was the original
Hmm.
first Superman arc. They're carrying on some sort of box, and uh, some peacemaker comes in, blows up the box. The box is like a parasite and like
Oh.
takes control of some dude. Um, and it's later that it is in fact Project Parasite.
Oh. Okay.
Um,
I was gonna ask.
so Superman and Hawkman are flying around. And it's like, oh, you're you're from space, you know. A bunch of you showed up at once. He says a bunch of you showed up at once. You're telling me that this is some kind of coincidence. The big bad out east, a witch in the west, some runaway from Project Olympus, whatever the hell was landed at Evergreen. So, Batman, Wonder Woman,
Mm-hmm.
Flash, Green Lantern, not Martian Manhunter.
Oh.
So they still don't know about Martian
That would
Manhunter.
make sense. I mean, he is kind of hidden a bit. Like, the only people that know is like that weird bureau that's after him.
The
The
agency.
agency. Yeah. That I think
Um,
the White Lantern made. Or not White
they,
Lantern, White Martian.
He's basically like, "Oh, you're not invincible. You have weaknesses like Iron Munro, Wesley Dodds, Doctor Fate, Oliver Queen
Oh shit.
because he killed Oliver Queen in Absolute Evil.
Does that mean he killed Dr. Fate too?
Potentially, yes.
Oh shit.
Like he's sort of implied to be like a watchdog or like
Hmm.
the old supervillain a little. Um, so they're kind of flying around. It's like, oh, you know what we should do? You need to let that feud with Lazarus go. You should work with them. And he's like, work with Lazarus? People who tortured me, brutalized my friends, who want to subjugate the planet, the people who try to turn me into a mass murderer. Why would I ever? And he's like, oh, you should think about the bigger picture, and you should stop saving the little guy and start working for the big people because that will really save your ass. He's like, kind of selfish. It's like Hawkman keeps like
Hmm.
claiming he's one of the good guys, but he killed Oliver Queen. He kills other superheroes. He's working for corporations. He's
Hmm.
clearly not as good of a guy as you like to think he is. So he's like, okay, you know what? You're come with me, Hawkman. I'm gonna save some people, and I'm gonna show you what it's like. And he like grabs his cape and sort of like drags him. This guy's like, ah, you bastard. Um, then we cut to the front of the Daily Planet building with the globe. Like,
Oh.
Barry White comes and like, oh, that's not the planet anymore. That's not the Daily Planet building anymore. They all turn that into condos. This little dump of an office, that's Daily Planet. I'm out of here. Bye. And then Jimmy Olsen's like, hey, I just got a job at Daily Planet. Any idea what a Metro desk editor is? So Jimmy Olsen's the editor now. Perry White left. He's
Oh
gone.
shit.
Um, and Lois Lane and I guess Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen are kind of like trying to restart the Daily Planet because they just got jobs at Daily Planet.
Hmm.
But they're like gonna rebuild it from scratch. It's sort of reminiscent of like Superman Unlimited a little bit, where like Perry White is not the editor in chief; he's running for mayor, or he is the mayor.
Hmm.
Um, and Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen like kind of sort of the bigger people in the company. Like Lois Lane's like doing all the oh, we're gonna have Daily Planet all over the world. It's gonna have a bunch of news anchors and a bunch of technology. It sort of reminds me of that a little bit.
Yeah.
So we see the Project Parasite sort of like take over more people. There's like tendrils rolling around everywhere,
Eh.
and uh, Hawkman's like kind of fighting in. He slams Superman with like his mace, and he's like, "All right, you asked for this," and so they fight. They're fighting, and Hawkman's like, "Oh, I thought you were better than that. Oh, you're so weak and clumsy." And Hawkman's like, "Now tell me the truth. You were never in a single fight before you got these powers, were you?" And Superman's right. Like you're right, but I've got them now. And so he like punches Hawkman through several buildings.
Oh hell yeah.
And
Love that.
they look behind them, and it's like, oh my god, it's a big old parasite monster from Project Parasite. Like this is the only fight that matters right now, and
Hmm.
so they're gonna go fight the parasite guy,
Hell yeah.
and that's the last we see of them. Now we cut to Missouri.
Ooh.
We see Lex Luthor.
Well, is this the
You
first
know,
time after Absolute Evil?
no, this is the second time we've seen him, or
Okay.
third time actually, because second time was I believe a previous issue of Absolute Superman,
Okay.
because Brainiac is like coming over. And
Hmm.
we see like this bald guy who's more reminiscent of like the classic Lex Luthor we know,
Hmm.
versus the guy with the hair and the beard being like, "Oh, why me? Why come on straight to make such a push for a guy who owns a small town gas station and coaches little league football? The only game we won was because the other team had them. The other team had mono. You right, Lex Luthor?" He's like, "Yes, you're the perfect candidate. I know you. You're gonna be great." And he's like, "No, I think I'm good. Like, I appreciate the offer, but like, I got a birthday party to go to, and everyone he has like a little like neighborhood of like, oh, there's a bunch of people like celebrating his birthday. It's like he's a good guy in
Uh-huh.
this, and he shakes hands like, oh, I'm afraid to decline. But before we go, oh, don't feel like you have to rush off though. You're welcome to stay for a slice of cake, Mister. I'm sorry, but I don't think I ever got your name. And the bald guy's like, oh, I won't be leaving. You're not who I thought you were, Lex Luthor. You're nothing like the man of unquenchable ambition you're meant to be. You see, I've seen beyond this universe. I've seen a Luthor who raised himself up to throttle gods with his own hands, who carved his name in blood across the stars. This pitiful, hollow version of a silver version is like necessary motivation. But that's right. And the bald guy morphs into Brainiac. And he's
Oh.
like, my name is Brainiac, and I'm told to be quite motivating. Let's get started. And he has like, he looks super grotesque. He's a green dude with like a brain like
Mm-hmm.
exposed. He's got dual chainsaws and like robot arms. I was freaking
Oh.
out.
Well, damn. So he's gonna
And
torture
that's
Lex
it.
Luthor to be like evil now?
Yes.
Oh shit. That'll be
He's gonna
interesting.
terrorize his neighborhood before Lex Luthor's like, okay, fine, I'll be evil or something like that. I do
Fine.
hope Lex Luthor doesn't say that way, because I was just a good guy in this. He seems like a nice dude. Like it's an alternate universe version of himself, so he doesn't need to be like billionaire. He's just a dude who runs a gas station. Like he's a
Yeah.
small town guy. Whereas Brainiac's like, I've seen Earth Prime. I know you're Lex Luthor. Really good stuff. I really enjoyed that. The cover, which I hope you are
Yes, I
aware
have the
on
cover
screen,
up where it's
it
them
is
running
a
at each other.
variant cover by Inyuk Lee. He's been every cover I get from him is like really good. He's a really talented artist. Like it was this cover of like him, like a bunch of rocks looking cool with like lava sort of, and like his hands and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, I think I gave it like an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
Speaking of comics with great variant covers, Batman #6. I got the Jim Lee variant.
Oh, did you? Did you send that to me? I don't think you did.
Yes.
Let me
Oh, no,
check.
I didn't. I did not. Let me send it to you right now.
Wow. I
It's
can't
such a good
wait.
cover because it's such a simple cover because like Jim Lee's kind of the president of DC right now, and
Mm-hmm.
he keeps delaying Hush 2.
It's
And
only
the
got
only thing I
one
got is
issue
like
left, right?
it's coming out in March supposedly. Um, we see like Superman holding up the Robin costume with Tim Drake leaving or whatever. How about you recap? No, I'll recap this. You recap Green Lantern.
Okay. Yeah, I can do
Because
that.
then, yeah. Oh, this issue opens up with the aftermath of the date that he had with the girl. And
Mm-hmm.
it's sort of implied that he didn't fully tell her he was Batman.
Yeah, she's like, I support that your son is Robin or something like that, but doesn't think that he's Batman for some reason, even though he was like
Yeah,
kicking ass.
yeah. And so he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go now," and he leaves a box, just a cube. You don't know what it
Mhm.
is. It's just a cube.
No, they explained what it was last issue. It was like some what was it? They explain at the end of this one too.
Oh, it's like a rock or something.
Let me see what they called it. Terra something.
Yeah, it's like some sort of like gem, like rock or something. Um, but we cut.
Titanographene is what it
Yeah.
is.
But we cut to like Damien. He's like punching a punching bag. He's like, uh, oh, save your breath. And Batman fucking punches the punching bag and breaks it. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, son, you don't know, believe it or not. In fact, science yet to conceive of a device so sophisticated as to calculate the massive sum of things that you don't know." He's so like, so pissed off, and
He
he's like,
is.
he just smarten up or someone gets killed. And Damien like kind of walks away in shame. And then there's like a projection or hologram of like Alfred going, "Master Bruce," and he's like, "Don't start."
Yeah, I think it's just the visions he's seeing through the last few issues.
Yeah. Um. But we cut to some dudes in like a car. The Penguin's there. Other characters are there. One person's holding like a body or something. And then we see Hugo Strange. He's here, and he's like
Mhm.
yelling at some dude, being like, "Oh, uh, you didn't eliminate the Doctor for me. and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Our attorneys said to clear the hand of God interventions. You think that was the hand of God that scattered a little Tokyo alley with the bodies of your morons and motorbikes? No, Tozuki. Tonight, Hugo's change will show you the only hand of God in Gotham City is mine." Then we cut to Bullock Investigations, some like detective agency.
Oh yeah, and he's looking
We
at
see,
that playgirl.
yeah, that play is called Play Bird.
It's
It's
got
got Big Barda.
yeah, with the cleverly placed straw over the breast so
Over
you
the
don't see it.
boobs. But he's like, "Oh, hey, here's this citizen journalist. He's got a really good like lead on this." And he's like, "What is it?" And the kid's like kind of making the dude who's like, "Hey, can you like for a second?" He gives him the phone. He's like, "Oh, sure looks like got police commissioner Vandal Savage planning evidence at a crime scene." He's like, "It won't hold up court in this town, but uh better watch your back. People are gonna come after you for this." And then we cut to some sort of like warehouse or something. And like
Hmm.
monster men are like terrorizing this like woman, and she's like yelling for Batman, and she has like little like index fingers and like the head going Batman as like the his ears.
Yeah,
And
it's really cute.
Batman's like he just punches him, the big old monster, and he's like, "Oh, you're safe now, ma'am." And
No,
she's
no,
like,
no. He
"Oh."
he took and he like threw the bat rail around him because he's like this huge guy, like Bane sized guy.
Yeah. But this girl's like, "Oh, I knew you would answer. I tried calling you with your ears, and you hear with your ears." And he's like, "Wait, no. Yes,
Sure.
ma'am, I heard it."
I love that part. It's really cute.
And she's like, "Oh, do you think you can like fuck off while I go deal with this?" He's like, "Okay." He's like, "I'm gonna go fight monsters," and he has like the bat blades on his like arms and shit.
Yeah, but they're like
Um,
electric, which is really
yeah.
cool.
He's like fighting the monster men and stuff like that, and he dodges some gunfire, just kind of gets out of there with the Batmobile. Then it cuts to a scene I don't really like. So cuts to Batcave. Batman's sort of like doing his own thing, and Tim's like, "Hey, we need to talk. I need to take a break from Robin for a little bit. Here's my
Hmm.
costume. Bye." And he's like, "Yes, Drake, the bravest soul I've ever known. You can always come back. I hope we never have to." And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hug you." He's like, "I'm not a hug. Just shut the fuck up. Hug me, you big baby." They hug. I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And Damien's like, "Heh, you're a quitter. You're a deserter." And I'm like, Damien would never say that. I'm gonna go on a rant for a second. Damien, if this was Batman and Son era, this was like Grant Morrison just with a character, yeah, he would say that.
Hmm.
But I feel like Matt Fraction only knows Damien because of like the stereotypes. Because like, "Oh, I don't like Damian Wayne. Oh, he's such a brat. Blah 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 blah. I like Nick and Tim better." Or some people say Jason. But I like Damien the most because he's had so much growth, and I feel like Matt Fraction sort of ignored a lot of development he had. Especially like I read all of the last volume of Batman and Robin. Code has matured so much. We'll
Yeah.
talk about Damien soon. Don't worry. Um, he's just so much like he's volunteering at the hospital and he's like really becoming his own. But this is writing him like he's a kid, which he is a kid, but like a little kid. And Tim's like, "Oh, the world's so much bigger than the Batcave, Damien. I know it sounds impossible if it's true. I'm really now starting to figure that out. I hope one day you will too." And he just leaves. It cuts like Damien's just moping around, and the girl being left in the window, the dude holding the body bag, and it was just like, "God, what a night,
I think
what a
you
night."
don't forget. Uh, Damien also has like this application that was like thrown in the trash.
Oh, did he?
Yes, there is an application that's like you could see it. It says congratulations, something. Like you can't see
Um,
it too well, but I think he's like getting into the doctor stuff
we are
from
pleased to
the
inform you that your something isn't accepted. Congratulations.
hmm
Weird.
So they didn't really like talk about that after that. It's kind of been like,
I didn't notice that. I just noticed that in the
oh, you
pages because
you
I'm going to
didn't.
recap, and it's like, huh?
Yeah, I saw that. Like, I was like, what is that? Because they're clearly like focusing on it for a reason.
Yeah.
So that'll be
Uh,
interesting.
and then it cuts sort of an epilogue with this doctor. I think it's the same girl that Bruce had
Yeah,
a date
it's
with.
Zeller, I want to say is her name.
Yeah, but she's like in the lab and she's like working on stuff, and there's like this voice that's like talking to her. It's like a green text.
Zeller.
Like, oh, you met Batman, yeah? And she's like, yeah, he's okay, but like I had this driver that really sucked. Don't let me get a 1.4 star rating Uber driver. Let me tell you that. And he's like, oh, you think go see him again? Oh, Bruce, not the driver. Yeah, I'll see Bruce again. Yeah. And he's like, you able to reach out, maybe schedule a visit. He's like, oh, uh, the voice like, oh yes, doctor, I did manage to reach out. I haven't heard back yet, but it's only a matter of time. After all, he's, as it say, he's my
My
very
very
best
best
friend.
friend.
Who is this guy?
That's the Joker.
Oh,
Yeah,
why is he in a tube?
I don't know. It took me a second too. I was like, is that Joker? Because he's got no hair. So
Maybe
that
this is
like,
post DCKO.
maybe I don't
He got like
know.
fucked up after DCKO. I don't know.
He's very like fucked up looking. He's like bruised and everything. He's stuck in this like tube tank. I don't know. I don't know what
I didn't
happened
know it was
last
a
time.
Joker when I read it.
Yeah. The only reason I know is because solicitations for the next two issues.
Yeah, because it's like the Joker returns, right?
Yeah. Which I'm like, oh, okay, Joker's back. Which I
Yeah.
am not excited about. I guess because it's like we've already gotten a bunch of Joker stories. I would have liked to see maybe somebody else as this main villain. Because
Yeah.
I'm I will say with this story going on right now in the last 6 issues, I'm not really sure what they're doing because it's not really structured well at the moment. Like there's just a lot of stuff happening, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like
Yeah.
at first it was cool, and I still like the art, and that's like the best thing about this.
Oh, the art in Batman is incredible. I love the
Jorge
art.
Jorge's fucking amazing. He'll always kick it out of the park on any book. On any book he's doing.
But especially with this issue, like Matt Fraction doesn't really know how to write certain
Yeah, because
characters.
he's shown like the Minotaur guy, and it's like okay, we know about the Minotaur guy. Introduced that before like the whole chase issue before with Dr. Zeller, and now it's like there's a bunch of stuff with Tim leaving and Damien maybe getting accepted to like a college thing. Like I don't know what is the plan here at the moment because it just seems like it's going pretty slow in at an issue 6.
Yeah.
Maybe we should be ramped up and maybe focused on some other things, but I don't know what
Yeah.
he's got planned at the moment.
I do think the better ongoing Batman book is Detective Comics.
Yeah, because it's
It's like,
Taylor, right?
yeah, Taylor's a great writer. Like, he's my dream writer for Miles.
hmm
But, like, with this next issue of Miles, or next run, that and Bendis, but we talked about that last time.
hmm
But this Fraction book, I still don't really know what the point is. I thought it was going to be, oh, it's going to be about Ando Savage and like
Yeah,
the
same.
cops taking over. No, it's about Hugo Strange. No, it's about the
Yeah.
Joker, and it's like
It
what?
seems that
It's
there
messy.
really is a lot of different things that he is throwing, and I'm like, I can't really tell like what you
It's
want
like
to show us as like
yeah, it's like each individual issue is enjoyable enough on their own. And I gave it like a
hmm
7. It's a good issue,
but it
but like they
altogether there's
don't.
no cohesive like story so
Yeah,
far.
there's no like
Like Dr. Zeller's
overarching
like the only
story.
thing.
Yeah,
Dr. Zeller is like the only one, but I'm like not interested in her. I'm like
yeah,
her alone is not something that is going to make me be like, okay, like so Dr. Zeller's the bad guy, I guess. I don't know. Like this isn't really keeping my interest at this moment. So
I
I
do still think
think,
that like if you want like a Batman sort of the more cohesive plot detective comic, knocking that out of the park. Especially
yeah,
like the whole like Gotham Nocturne mega arc, that was amazing.
yeah, you said that was really good,
I read only
but
like the beginning parts. I want to read all of it, but like the stuff I've read is like, oh my god, Ram V's doing a great job with
yeah,
that. I'm just
if
waiting for the omnibus to come out. I'm gonna read all of it and talk about it on podcast.
if the next issue comes out and something hasn't happened, I think I might drop this from my polls. I'll still read it like digitally, but like
Yeah,
I can't keep like
because like
subbing
the
to it
next two
because it's
issues is
like,
like, oh, it's featuring the Joker, and then it
hmm.
has Alan Scott, Green Lantern,
Oh
and
wait,
Poison
what?
Ivy, and
Oh
what the
wait,
fuck?
let me see that actually, because that
Yeah,
actually interests me if it's Alan Scott.
I'm at
'Cause-
number 8.
Number 8.
This says a hero, a villain, a reporter. Three old men on one night in Gotham, each have encounters that reverberate across their city forever. Series writer Matt Fraction, by says sensational guest artist Ryan Sook. I'm forgetting chapter, the Cape Crusaders ongoing story. And it has what I assume
Interesting.
is Ra's al Ghul.
No, no,
No,
no. I
Vandal
think that's
Savage.
Van Savage.
And
I'm
I misremembered because that looks like absolute Ra's al
yes.
Ghul.
I
You
like
got
this look for Ivy that they have.
Yeah, I got Vandal Savage, you got Ivy, you have Alan Scott, Green Lantern, and you have Batman.
I'm just
Um,
confused now on like what they're gonna do. Like, what was this run going to be? Because they introduced it as like Tim was gonna be his psychic. Now he's not, and it really is everywhere at the moment.
yeah, like I'm still looking forward to like what this has, but like it's not coming together for like a cohesive whole. I think from what I've seen, Batman is more the Batman like ongoing is more like little pieces of a story, little like
Hmm.
oh let's see what Bruce is doing this time around. But like if you want arcs, you go to Detective Comics. 'Cause that's where Bruce is doing more detective stuff. It's a mystery. Like that's sort of like the overarching arc. Um, like ongoing.
Yeah, I like how you sent me that, and I was already looking at it.
Eh,
Uh,
speaking of
yeah.
weird
Well,
shit.
we were talking about Green Lanterns. It's talking
Yes.
about an absolute Green Lantern. I read Absolute Green Lantern number 11. This issue opens up with Tomar Ray, and he's like, "Why? Who says? Where were you when my planet died? Where were you
Yeah,
when
it
I took
starts
these
off with like every,
powers?"
every Green Lantern issue starts with, like the little like
With the ring.
being like, "Oh, you're going to be without food." It's like, "Oh, no, no, I've suffered. Have you suffered?"
Yeah.
Like he's really shit talking the voice of Allah.
Yeah, it's really interesting so far, like this perspective of like this omniscient voice talking to them and being like, you have to do this, you have to do that. And then after that page, we go to Hal Jordan and he's finally woken up. He's like, "Oh, what happened?" And apparently he's
Well, he
been like
he
asleep for
he
like three
repeats what
weeks.
he repeats what Tomar Ray said about like, "Have you suffered?" And he's like, "Oh,
That's
he's
right.
awake." And he's like, "Have you?" But he's awake now.
Yeah. It's so funny because they're like, what is it? He's like, "What did you feed me?" And Joe is like, "Oh, I ate for you. I took the nutrients from my body and like put them into you." And I was just
Yeah,
like,
which is
"What?"
like, you can do that? Really?
That panel of their faces where it's like his eyes are just like dots. It's so funny. It's just a really funny shot. But then they're discussing and they're like, "Okay, like how did Goldface know where to find Joe and everything?" And then it's like, "Oh, our boss is a traitor." That's pretty much like the only way that they could have known.
Yeah,
So,
and she like smokes a cigarette and she's like, "I
mhm.
think we need to kill our boss."
I love Cam. She's just like so like, I'm
She
gonna
doesn't
kill
take
him.
any shit
I
because
know
like
she's so
her
cool.
and Joe have like that past marriage or
Oh my
whatever.
god, when that past marriage was revealed, I was like, holy shit, Joe's a piece of shit. But
Yeah.
like, it's interesting. It's like, yeah, because Cam was like not good either about being like, I'm gonna marry you, but not be here at all. It's like
Yeah.
you're both not good for each other. And then it cuts to like the woods, and there's these soldiers, and they're getting hunted down by this big monster that was created in the last issue from Todd Rice, one of the civilians from the town, and it's this thing called Black Obsidian, and it's like murdering them. And then it cuts to Hector Hammond with this like headset on, and he's controlling this thing apparently. And he's just like, I'm gonna kill you, and that's what you get for whistling in the elevator. So he's like just killing these guys for sport and for fun, and because they slighted him just a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's talking to this lady, and what does she say? She's like, I know where the bodies are buried, so really I put up with a lot from you. So she's like kind of in charge of him a little bit. But anyways, he's just like
fighting back a little bit on his like demands and everything.
Yeah, for sure. And like he's putting on the helmet, and I think he's got like a subtle connection to Hal, because Hal's got some of the black energy, and that's what this black obsidian is. So they're able to kind of like track them down. They're talking again, and they're gonna get Kari. I think that's her name. Let me read that right. I think it's Kari. They get her to okay. So she's like an empath, so she can like touch things and like see what's gonna come next, or like see little flashes of the future. And there's this awesome like full page splash where it's like all these different colors. It's Tomar Ray screaming, "Have you suffered?" It's showing Hal Jordan in like pink, and it's like Tomar, Anomaly, Sinestro in the blue, the Face of Steel, which is blue. You have Simon going Kari no in all black, and then John Stewart in gold saying, "I was wondering when you'd visit." In the center, she's like green.
When I was looking at like the spread, I was like, oh, so Hammond's gonna be Sinestro. Because like you saw in like the last like few pages, like he has like the little mustache at the middle. He's turning into Sinestro. He's going to become Sinestro.
I think Sinestro already exists. That's the thing.
He looks so much like him. I think it's like
they just have the same mustache. That's honestly what it is. They're mustache brothers.
I think it's more than that, but
nah, I think it's just that Sinestro already exists, because whatever's happening with the Black Star stuff, it's happening simultaneously with what's going on. But yeah, she's like still holding on to the ring, and she's like repeating all these different things where it's like, no, the Black Star stuff, it's not that. Think bigger, think bigger. The left hand, his name, it's not a name. Sinestro, not a name, it's a sentence. Sentence of death. So, Sinestro isn't his name, it's just like what he is. And then all of a sudden, the fucking Black Obsidian comes in, crashes everything, and kills Kari. And then Simon starts to shoot at Black Obsidian, and then also gets hit into the wall. His mask is like shredded. His face is like partially exposed. He's like, no, my mask.
Oh, I don't want to see this. Don't give me a mirror.
And then Cam starts shooting at it, and she's like, it can't get hurt, but it does distract it. So there is like some kind of mind controlling it. So she's like very wise to know that it's getting controlled somehow. So I think she's thinking like, oh, Hector's in control of that thing. And before we know anything else that's going to happen, we cut to space. And it's Jon Stewart and Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner is finally out of like being tested by like the Owen, the big Green Lantern.
Got a shiny red beard.
And he's got an equal sign on his chest. I noticed that while I'm looking at it now. He's become like a full-on Red Lantern, and they're talking to each other, and they're like, "Do you think like any of those people inside are going to be ready? Like, there's 2,814, which 2814. nice reference to the designated area of like what Earth was in the OG
Ah,
comics. But he starts to sense something. Guy does. He's like, something red is coming our way, and then it's Tomare, and they're like, "Oh, cool, you came here. I was wondering when you were gonna come here." He's like, "Oh, I'm not here to like just visit. I'm here to take over. So either they're gonna fight him or he's gonna beat their ass." It's interesting. I'm wondering if he's gonna be a bad guy. Like he helped out in beating the Black Stars, but I don't know his motivations now since he's an anomaly. So there's the anomalies, and then like there's the pure versions, which is what Guy is. Guy's like a pure Red Lantern, whereas Tomare is like King. He didn't have to go through like all the testing stuff. He was just like able to have the powers, which is really
like
interesting.
he took over it.
Yeah, it's such an interesting like way of getting the powers, and I want to see how this battle goes between Guy and Tomar.
I
So
do think that Al Ewing is doing a really good job of like having a bunch of like
yeah,
cosmic concepts together. Stuff like how the lantern aren't like works are more
it's
like elements of like spirits and like
yes,
existence. Existence, welcome to.
it's some interesting
Uh,
stuff.
yeah. I thought it was really good, really good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next.
Speaking of good shit, let's talk about the comic that made me cry.
Yeah, you said this made you
This
cry.
made me bawl my eyes out. This made me go, wow, like a baby. How about Night Fight number 4? Um, I'm gonna say right off the bat, 10 out of 10 comic. It's amazing. It's incredible. I love this comic so much. Um, it starts off with my favorite thing from the last arc of Batman and Robin, a kid drawing, because like the last bit of like the Memento arc was like Damian drawn like him Batman through the day and shit. Like that was great. I love that. You do it here, and it's like okay, you're already grabbing at my heartstrings. Okay, and it's explaining basically oh, my dad was this like guy with ninja bats, and then grandma who's like uh Talia, I think.
Oh,
I think she drew Talia in there, or he drew Talia in there. It's like, oh, here's my grandma, and oh, uh, Robin's with this like giant red cat guy. I don't know if he was like a dude from Lazarus Island or planet or whatever, some like big cat dragon dude.
ah.
Um,
Oh, wait. Big cat dragon dude. He has wings.
yeah, he's red.
That's Goliath, right?
Wow. Yeah,
Goliath is a pet of Damien's.
yeah. But it's like, oh well, when my dad died or when grandpa died, my dad became the new Batman, and he saved Gotham. It cuts to like this beautiful city landscape, fucking like full page spread of Gotham,
Oh
and it's
wow.
healed. And Bruce is like, oh, son, he actually did good as Batman, and it's not just a bandit wound. He healed the city to the point where no longer he's a Batman. And it's like I know this is a test, but oh my god, I'm so happy here. I don't want to go home.
Oh.
And he's like hanging out with his grandkid or his kid or whatever,
Hmm.
Alfred.
Yeah,
Because
because they revealed that
Damien had a
Damien's.
kid, and his name was Alfred.
Oh my god, I think that's
And
so funny because he had that cat that he also named Alfred that one time.
yeah, um, they're like hanging out, and like he's picking up from school, and he's like, "Oh, Grandpa, oh, how was your day?" Blah blah blah. And then when he closed his eyes, he can hear the voice of Heart of Apocalypse saying,
Oh shit.
"Remember, this future is not a gift, Batman. It's not the end of your story. Try to cheat to win and must be punished." Because he like um he tried to get Tim to solve his murder, and like the Heart of Apocalypse saw it as cheating or something.
Oh
Oh, to
really?
live here and be happy. You must fight. You must fight this world. Prove to me that you are worthy to return to the tournament. You might be a champion worthy of becoming King Omega. If you do not, I will punish you. I know how to hurt you and your heart. And so, like, he's hanging out with Damien. Damien's like, hey, I know that this war is fake and that we're not real, but
Oh.
I want to find a way to help you. And so they bring in the entire like Justice League and shit.
Oh shit.
Um, they have some guy named Duke. I don't
Duke?
know. Yeah.
Duke Thomas was like a sidekick to Batman. He was pretty much like daytime Batman. They ended up calling him the Signal, which I hate the fact that they called him the Signal. It's so stupid. Just call him Duke or call him what they were gonna call him was Lark. And I was like, okay, another bird name.
I think
But
this is more Bat Family than Justice League. Because there's Jason there and there's a bunch of other people and it's like, oh,
mhm.
why are you all here? And they're like, you gotta go back, Bruce. You gotta go to the tournament. But like, if you do that, you're gonna make our world real. You're gonna recreate the world in our image. And he's like, uh, sure, I guess. And once like the heart, Damien's like the heart must take me down to fight. Remember? You spent years teaching us. You can old dog and learn some new tricks. And Bruce closes eyes again. Here's Heart Apocalypse saying, "Yes, Bruce. You think you could win?" So he's like hanging out with all like the Bat family, and like he's learning about them and their stories, and it's a very like rich history, and he's really like loving it here.
Oh.
Um, so before he fights Damien, like in this like workshop, and he's working on this like other box. He calls it a bat box. I'll get to that in a second.
Oh, that's awesome.
But he's like creating this like mother box, and he notices that like Alfred's like trying to sneak up when he's like, I know you're there, and he's like, oh, I almost had you. And he explains, oh, this is the bat box, and I'm gonna give it to Damien or something. And he's like, hey, I don't want to leave this world. The world has shown me that maybe I don't need to be Batman. But they need to be Batman, Grandpa. What? My dad and my aunts and uncles. They're who they are because of you. I want to see them grow up too. And so like he's on the rooftop. You see Nightwing. You see Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. You see Damien. He's Batman with a sword.
He looks
He's
so
like, all right,
awesome.
you ready to go? And he's like, I've been you once in a fight before. And they're gonna fight. You see like every single Batman member, like Jason Red Hood. You see Nightwing. You see Batgirl. You see Batwoman. You see everyone. And so they're like, all right, we're gonna fight now. And they fight with swords. And they're having a sword fight. And then they go to fists, and it's really cool. And they do like claws and shit. And it's like a really cool like action. Like this whole series was drawn by Dan Mora. And it's like good shit. I love this.
Uh-huh.
And he's like beating him down. And Cassandra Cain is there too. Also Azazel.
Oh,
So
Azrael, you mean?
yeah,
I was like, Azazel's a different universe.
is that Marvel?
Yeah, Azazel's the red
Yes,
demon guy.
but Azrael's there. Robin or Tim Drake is there. So like fighting, and so he like pins him in the ground. He's like, "Kill him, kill your son," and they're getting to fight, and everyone's like sort of like watching and stuff, and he loses. He's on the ground. He's like, get up, father. You have to. You must keep fighting. And he's like, I can't. You're better than me. And the king of the Buck's like, test complete. Game over. And the world stops existing. Like,
Oh,
Alfred's like
no.
crying. He's like, Grandpa, this is where I cried, by the way.
Oh.
They're gonna be gone, but he's like, use the box. Remember what I told you.
Mm-hmm.
I think what he did, that box, that mother box, the bat box,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna use it and create that reality somewhere else.
That would be
Where they all
cool.
live.
Oh.
He's like, this black void, and he's like depressed, and he realizes that the Heart of Apocalypse wasn't testing him; it was training him to
Oh?
beat the tournament and become King Omega.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, watch. He remembers like all like the other Batmen. He sees
Mm-hmm.
like the Grayson Batman, Red Hood Batman, Tim Batman, Damien Batman. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, it was training me to win this. I'm gonna go back in there. It's to be continued to number 4 of DCKO.
Oh, shit. So he's gonna come back in that one. Oh, my God.
Yes.
We're gonna have a bunch of shit that happens in number 4 then.
Yeah, this was a great miniseries. Great 4 issues.
Yeah, I can only imagine because it has like such an emotional weight at the end because
Yeah.
he's like in a perfect world and
Well, all of
has
them are
like
meant to be like a world where one of
mhm.
his Robins is the Batman.
Yeah.
And the last world he was in was that perfect world. The other ones are kind of like messed up. Like the first one with
Mhm.
Dick was like a little bit cyberpunky, sort of Batman Beyondish, but like not great. That one just fucked up because he was in prison, and Red Hood's like, "Oh, you're a monster." And the other
Oh,
one's like, "Batman's just dead. He's just a ghost."
shit.
And he has to like hack into like the devices to be like, Tim, I need you to find out my death, and before we could do that, Harbaug's like, "No, you're not doing that shit. No, 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 no. I'm gonna really test you this time. You're gonna go into the perfect world where like you died and Damien became." And
Damn.
I think Damien is the best Robin, and I think this proved it. When he
Yeah.
becomes Batman, he heals Gotham.
That's
No
so
other
cool.
Robin that was in this series as Batman healed Gotham. They just kind of, oh, I'm Batman now, and the world kind of sucks, or world's a little better. No, Damian is Bruce's son. He is the heir to Batman.
Mhm.
So, as much as I love Dick Grayson Batman, Damian was meant to be like the true successor.
I like his
And
suit in this because it reminds me of like the future suit that Grant wanted him to have. Like
yes, he
it
probably took
except
that
for it's like
inspiration.
more perfected though. It's like not the evil future that Grant kind of like gave him where he's like made deals with demons and stuff like that. It's like no, this Damien's like more like no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna be a good Batman.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed this issue. Um, like I make it the tree paperback, even though I have
Hmm.
the back issues because like I really want to. Oh, like this issue is so good. Like Williamson did such a good fucking job with this. Is such a talented writer, and I've seen people be like his Superman run sucks and his Batman and Robin run sucks, and it's like why? He's
Yeah.
such a he knows certain characters so well. Like remember, he's the guy writing Iron Man now.
Hmm.
And I remember trying to read the last run, and I didn't like it because it was some like thriller political writer writing him, and I didn't really like it that much. And it was about corporations and shit.
Yeah.
But Williamson knows how to write superheroes in a fun, but also like a thought-provoking way. This
Hmm.
entire Night Fight miniseries was so thought-provoking, and like really showed like what does Batman mean when Bruce is dead or like in prison or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I'm really hoping that we get to see this Night Fight, the Damien world, will survive.
It'd be
I'm really
cool.
hoping that the Bat Box he had plays some sort of role in the future of DCKO because
Oh,
I want to
maybe.
see what that was. Because Williamson's co-writing DCKO with Snyder. They're
Yes.
co-writing it together. So I'm hoping that like he's planting seeds for the future of DCKO.
It'll be interesting.
So and Batman's coming back in number 4.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna be there, and it's gonna end up with like so let's just kind of imply that like Batman versus Superman be a thing. unless students like I guess.
Okay.
I'm not sure who's. I thought they leaked it. I thought the solicits was going to be that Aquaman was going to win. He has the Omega energy.
Well, he has Omega energy, but that doesn't quite mean that he won.
And it doesn't really seem to be the case, though. So I'm thinking if I had to predict who was going to win DCKO, I have one of three options.
Yes.
And there's evidence to support them. It is going to either be Superman.
Because he's gone.
And he's gone.
Because the next thing is Reign of Superboys.
Prime. Yeah. Superboy Prime takes over.
And
it's like Superman's gone because he like recreates the world but like uses life energy or some shit like
something like that.
Under Doom. It's going to be Batman, and he recreates the world as normal, but he also creates that new universe. Damian happy, and it's a new Earth. Or it's gonna be a stalemate. This whole event sucks. They don't crown a King Omega, and Superman's like, I'm just gonna fuck off now. Bye.
Yeah. Who are the heroes that are alive?
Maybe they're both gonna be like King Omega, and they both like stop Darkseid, and there's no more King Omega, and then Superman fucks off. Like, there's gotta be a reason why Superman fucks off.
Or
I feel like since Williamson is writing it, and a lot of people are saying this is a Superman story. Like, this whole event is a Superman-focused story. My money's on Superman winning.
My only other theory is that Lex wins somehow. And then he gets it, and then he's like, I wasn't doing it for evil. I'm going to go and beat the shit out of Darkseid because I was the only one who could be this evil. Superman, I didn't want you to be that evil. Or something like that. Because he for Joshua Williamson, his thing is like
is he'd also have like a selfish angle to it and be like,
yeah,
I'm going to recreate the world after the way it was, but without Superman.
Yeah, that because then it's like the reign of the Superboys.
And that's why Superman disappeared.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, there's so many theories right now where it's like, who could it be? I don't think. No way, it's Joker. And I don't think Wonder Woman, like, unfortunately.
It's not Joker, it's not Wonder Woman, it's gonna be
Superman or Lex.
Or Lex, or no one. And this whole event was pointless.
Yeah. It'll be interesting for sure. I do like all these tie-ins that we're getting. Night Fight seems really cool.
Night Fight.
I just have so much I need to read.
You have to read Night Fight. You have to get trade with
I will try and catch up with it maybe this weekend if I have the time, because you said it's only 4 issues, so it shouldn't be that hard. I've been reading every other tie-in, which we're gonna talk about that the new tie-in.
Yeah, do you mind if I cover this one? You cover.
I think we can both talk about it.
Okay.
I was gonna say you talked about that one. Boss fight.
Biggest comic that came out this week. Not my favorite.
Boss battle.
It is the biggest one that came out this week.
Yeah, because this is like a bunch of different fucking companies coming together to cross over with DC for this event where it's like, it starts off, the World Forger and Grodd are like, we escaped Darkseid and we gotta help the challengers out here by getting them some Omega energy. What we're gonna do is
running out of Omega energy. Everyone's sort of like, they're gonna lose if they don't do something.
Yeah.
So let's like freeze the absolute heroes, which I don't think they're gonna be absolute, like clones.
They're 100% like clones. They're not real versions of them.
We're gonna freeze them. We're gonna bring back Black Lightning, Plastic Man, Batwoman, and Star Sapphire,
which is interesting choices.
And just send them elsewhere.
Yes, to go get some Omega energy. So we got Mortal Kombat universe where Black Lightning and Plastic Man landed. So they're facing off against Sub-Zero and Scorpion. And then I actually like this pairing.
Shang Tsung is there.
Yes, he was there. And
like, original movie Shang Tsung.
Yeah, which is crazy. And then you have Red Sonja versus Wonder Woman, which I thought was an amazing team.
I really like the art in the Red Sonja.
Yeah, it's a bunch of different people. It's a bunch of different people, isn't it? I didn't even recognize that.
I'm wondering if they credit like specific people. Different
It doesn't say, actually, that I'm looking at it.
It just credits like, oh, this person, like all these artists.
I wish they did because they
It just
usually
credits all the
do.
artists like together, but it's not like
They usually
um
do let you know, but I guess they didn't this time. But then you have Joker and Annabelle, which I think is hilarious. That whole interaction between them, like nothing is happening between him
they
and
don't even
Annabelle.
fight.
No, not at all. But I do want to say Vampirella and Batwoman. Batwoman's face when she opens that is like gay panic immediately. She's like,
Yeah,
Vampirella,
yeah. Like
hello.
Vampirella's like about to like bite her or something, and Batwoman has his face. It's like, oh, you were so into this.
She's like, I'm into this right now. And then
Yeah.
which I thought this one was interesting. It was Star Sapphire and Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I was like, why didn't they choose Zatanna to come back for this?
Yeah.
Because that would have been cool.
It starred Sapphire or Sappho or whatever. It's like,
Hmm.
but the two of them that I was looking forward to the most. I have never read
Beneath the
the fuck's
trees.
Beneath the Trees. I've never been to the trees. It's apparently a really short two run
Hmm.
series.
The whole entire book is watercolored, by the way. Like
Oh,
actually like watercolored and then like scanned. And the guy was interviewed at one point. And I was listening to it and I was like, whoa, that's so cool. So I want to read it at some point, but it's like anthropomorphic animals. There's murder going on. The
like
murderer of that
Samantha
series is
Strong is
here.
like a serial killer.
Yeah, and she's like going around killing a bunch of these animal type characters. And goodness gracious, it's creepy. And then you have
Yeah.
Superman, and he's
Yeah, I
fighting
want to recap this. I
Homelander.
want to recap this. So I was like, okay, they have to have Superman fight Homelander, right? And
Yes,
so he's like in what we think is the Amazon Prime universe, like the Boys universe. It
the
has,
Vought universe. Yeah,
it has Vought. And he's like running around and stuff. But when he sees Homelander, and Homelander's like, oh, now a problem. Now Homelander's around, but I'm sorry. Who the fuck are you supposed to be? That's Garth Ennis, Homelander.
yeah. It's
That's
from the
Garth
comics.
Ennis comic Homelander.
Yeah,
It's not. It's
they
maybe like a
weren't.
mix. Maybe like the Amazon Prime setting with like the
Mhm.
comics Homelander, because that's clearly supposed to be like ripped straight from Garth Ennis. And I thought it was the
Ye-
same artist. It's
mhm.
not.
Yeah, no, they were doing it straight from the comic. So that's the comic version. Which, by the way, I do want to say I'm upset that Superman just did not clock him and like beat him immediately because he's not that strong compared to Superman.
Yeah, they like kind of trade blows and like do their laser vision,
Oh,
and it just kind of ends, and it's like, what? That's it?
yeah, like
I
th
really want to see like a full Homelander Superman fight.
yeah, I honestly thought that this could have been longer with this. I think mainly the Superman fight. Like some of these are really cool. I really like the Red Sonja one. And like these could have been like single issues by themselves. Like each one is like an individual thing. And that would
I
have been
think like the
cool.
Joker one. I don't think that could have been a single issue.
Yeah, that one couldn't have been. Maybe it could have been teamed up with like another thing. But like the laser battle, I did think that was kind of cool between him and Homelander.
Yeah.
Uh,
So like, it's like all different heroes sort of like
hmm,
fighting. Like Scorpion comes in and he's like,
helping
"Oh, get
out.
over here." Then Plasma's like, "No, you get over here."
That part was funny. I like that.
Like Red Sonja's like beating Wonder Woman, and she's like, "Oh, he has
Hmm.
massive strength and stuff." And like Homelander's beating up Superman. Superman's beating up Homelander. They're trading blows and everything. And then we cut to Joker and Annabelle, and Joker's
They're
like,
just sitting
"Oh,
there
they're
eating
just having tea." And he's
crumpets.
like, "Oh, what are you doing? Well, you're not doing anything that makes me mad.
I love how he's shaking
What's
her around.
going
I
on?"
love how he's shaking her up in the air. He's like, "I saw you move. I know it. I saw you move." That part's funny.
Like they all fight in like the universes.
They're
Like collapse
clashing.
on each other,
That
and Killer
spread
like
page is
Grodd and like
cool.
Wardforge are like, oh, they're gonna. There's like a bunch of fissures happening, and like they're all like warping into each other, and there's a huge splash page with like all of them together, and it looks so
Yeah,
cool. And
it
then
was a really
fucking
cool one.
Joker strangling Annabelle.
It's so funny.
I don't know how a bear can keep up with Lex though. What's
I
that
don't
about?
either. Maybe she's just got human strength or something. Maybe it is just bear strength compared to like the super suit.
Yeah, but you see all like the other people like fade away and like, oh, we're gonna take their omega energy and fuck them up and it's like, no, not yet, not until this Boy Scout is dead and buried. I'm glad he called him a Boy Scout. I'm very glad he did.
Hmm.
Um, and they all like put all the energy towards the other heroes. Let's say, okay, now you can fight the absolute heroes. Like, okay, okay.
Yeah, they had to get these like more ruthless type
But
characters.
unfortunately, the other heroes like Plastic Man, Black Spider-Man,
Yeah,
they just kind of go
that's
away again. And it's like,
weird that they came back just for this. I
yeah,
wish that they could
and
have done
then
more.
they turn to stone. It's like, okay, let's finish this once and for all. And
Yeah.
the battle between the final four and the absolute heroes continue in DCKO 4, which is coming out in when is it coming out?
I think next week.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, next week. Yep.
We've had a lot of DCKO stuff like back to back to back. So I'm excited. What did you think of like this crossover that we had been hinted at for so long? Was it a letdown or was it a perfectly fine like
I love
crossover?
the cover for obvious reasons.
Yes, because it's fucking amazing.
My boy Jamal Campbell coming in there.
I think the
Cannot wait for his Zatanna run. I'm so glad they brought him back.
I
Um,
think I wanted more content out of it a little
I
bit.
think it was wasted potential, to be sure.
Yeah, because there could have been cooler stuff that happened in it for sure. Like,
I think we could have gotten a full issue of just Superman Home Enterprise.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I think Wonder Woman and Red Sonja, and then maybe a full issue of Batwoman and Vampirella. Like, that would have been
We only
cool.
saw like a single scene of that, and that's it. They didn't really do anything else.
Like, it seemed
I
like
do
they
feel
were
like
trying
while
to
it was
balance it all.
enjoyable, there was wasted potential.
Yeah, definitely some. Like, I wish there was more, for
Well,
sure.
it's more of a novelty. That's what I kind of thought going in. Like, this is more of a novelty, like
Hmm.
something really important.
It's
to,
still
like, the,
cool that all of these properties came together and were able to do something underneath this thing a and for like an event. That's
yeah.
kind of cool. So in some way, all of these characters are kind of like canon to like the universe in a way. So I'm interested to see if they ever do anything like this again. Like Mortal Kombat has crossed over with them before, for like Injustice and stuff like that. So I feel like they were trying to throw back to that with this since DCKO is like a fighting game like event.
Oh, something I forgot to mention in Night Fight.
Hmm.
Just straight up watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, you showed me that. There's literally like
Yeah,
a
I forgot to mention
traced
that.
like thing that looks like Goku and Vegeta.
Fucking Dan Moore. God damn it.
So I think this is cool. It is probably the biggest crossover event of this year. I don't think there's anything else crossing this many
Oh
things
yeah,
over.
and even in the front, like they credit like Archie
Archie
Comics,
Comics,
Dynamite,
IDW,
IDW, NetherRealm, and New Line.
so cool.
But it was still a bit of a letdown.
Just a little bit. I wish there was just maybe a little bit more, but it was fine. It's fine.
Well, speaking of not letdowns, because it's pretty good.
Yeah. Are we doing Batman Static Beyond
Yeah, you
number 3?
recap that on my caption.
I will recap it. Yes. Give me 1 second to change this photo real quick from boss battle to that. Here we are. Okay. Batman Static Beyond number 3. For this one, deals with the aftermath of shutdown causing a blackout and major damage. Terry revives Static, but this is my notes, but he yells at him. He gets mad at
Yeah, he's
Terry.
like, "What are you doing? Go home,
Yeah,
kid." It's like,
he
what?
he's been really shitty towards Terry like this whole run, and I'm not certain why. Like he just has some bone to pick with Terry, and I kind of want Terry to like dig it back into him. Like he was like fighting with him. He's like, "Hey, like your company like did this shit, dude. Like at least take like some of the blame." Is kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like,
He calls him dim light
I know. I was
defective.
like, "What the heck, dude? Like he's been calling
It
him names the
reminds me
whole
of
time."
Persona 3 Yukari calling Junpei ace defective.
He's just like a huge jerk, and I'm just like, why is Static being mean in this book? It's just a weird thing.
But this issue focuses on
Mhm.
him a lot more.
Yes. So Terry goes around on a bike to go to Gotham, but during like him going towards Gotham, he's like saving a bunch of people. He's just like it's in my nature. I'm gonna go save people. So like every now and then he's just stopping, and then like Bruce is like, "Where are you at?" And he's like, "I'm helping people." Like I'm not gonna just like abandon helping people. And then
But he seems like out of juice.
yeah, and then Shutdown meets back up with his parents, and he's like, "You guys are finally out of like your VR headsets and stuff like that." And then they reveal they're like, "Oh, we were helping with the Q grid stuff," and he's like, "What? Like the shit that made me into what I am? Like fuck you," pretty much. And then he like disappears because he can't control his powers.
Yeah,
Uh,
before that we see like Static sort of like in his room,
yeah,
and
he's kind of like
he's
glooming
he's kind
because.
of like weeping. He's sort of like really depressed,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Oh, a couple days ago, he single-handedly depowered a fleet of alien warships, and burst a bunch of basic ass thieves."
Yeah, I did have that written down as that
And
Static
we
was
and we
like,
get to
I can't
see
do
we get
shit.
to see like original Static in there a little bit.
Yeah, which is cool. So I'm like wondering if this is like contributing to the bad attitude these guys like he's not where he's wanting to be or something.
He was under pressure a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and maybe he's taking it out on Terry because I'm like I want an explanation for why he's being so shit to him.
Yeah.
But then we see Terry. He finds a bunch of Cobra agents raiding this old Wayne Tech building. And he sneaks in, and before we figure out what's happening, we cut to Static. They are celebrating the graduation of the Tomorrow Institute, which is, I guess, a bunch of these different kids with powers.
Working
And
Avengers a little bit.
yeah, well, I was thinking like Future Foundation, honestly.
A little bit, yeah.
But then Shutdown arrives and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And so he's like, all right, students, let's go kick this fucker's ass.
He's like, students of tomorrow, show them how we're doing Dakota. It's like a ton of them
Yeah,
just
that's
rushing towards
actually a
them.
really cool spread page. Also, we get it's not who's the Elastic guy because he also showed up in Static like in the show.
Not sure. I didn't watch it.
No, you've
The
never
static
watched
show.
it? Oh, we gotta
No.
watch it together sometime. It's good. It's really good
I
stuff.
did buy the static season 1 like book, that comic.
Oh yeah, yeah, you were telling me about that. Should let me know how that is. I should get that as
Yeah.
well. But
I'm
this is
just really excited to see
pretty
like oh go
interesting.
on.
Oh, I was just saying this is pretty interesting so far. Like I kind of hope that the relationship between Static and Terry gets a little bit better because like them being like neck to neck like at each other being like really shitty. I'm just like please get along. Like you two
Probably
are
gonna need along at
cool.
the end and like fight the big bad.
I hope. I don't know
It
how
seems
many
to be
issues
shut
this
down.
is. I don't think issue 4 will be the last issue. I think they're going maybe for 6 issues, 5 issues.
Maybe 5 or 6. It
So
seems like it's really ramping up like a finale in the next 2 issues.
yeah, kind of. So I'm interested for
I'm
sure.
just wanting to see what, like in the main universe, like how they're gonna handle Static Shock because he returned in Kids Are All Fighting.
Yeah, there is going to be a another new history
Yeah, new
of
history, the Dakota
the
incident.
that has him in it. But I want them to start a new Static series or something because it would be cool. And it's bringing back that issue up of there is no mainline book with a lead black character. So DC, if you're listening at all or any fans of DC, make some noise and be like, hey, there is no mainline black characters. Like, yes, we do have Joe in like the Absolute Universe and some other characters in other universes, but like these are more like team up books. Like Batman Static is a team up book. It's not.
Cyborgs and Titans, that is a team. We don't have like a
Yeah,
solo black character on go.
we definitely need one, and it would be really cool to see that.
Yeah.
So definitely need it.
Speaking of DC
Yeah,
stuff, you didn't
Superman.
like this one.
I did not. It was kind of boring. Superman Chains of Love special. I thought I was going to like it, but I guess
I
I
kind of
should have.
had worries about it, but I was pleasantly surprised. You were excited for it, and you were let down. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought this was
So
going to be
expectations
like
are off.
I thought this was going to be like an anthology series, like the
Sort of. It's got
Supergirl
two
Next Door.
stories,
Yeah,
but
it was
the
more
main
just.
story involves two supervillains,
Hmm.
Creeper and Livewire. Creeper's like this Jekyll and Hyde type character where he's like a manosphere podcaster
Yeah.
as
Oh my
his like
human
human form.
I.
And then
I.
and then he turns into Creeper, who's like doing sort of like a radio show or something. And we have
Yes.
Livewire, who had a pirate radio station, but she went to jail and she broke out or whatever. Like she was gonna be in parole, but then like some breakout happened, and she was like trying to save herself and like electrocute the guy who was like trying to break out.
The chain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why it's called Chains of Love, huh? I get it. And it turns out like it was like super no, it was Power Girl. Power
Yes.
Girl was there, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna make sure that, like Livewire isn't involved in this, so she can get out to parole or whatever. So like she returns to her like old little hideout, like has her little sevens, like, oh, I wanna do my radio show, and oh, what's going on? I've been gone for a while, and she's like, there's no one watching or calling. She gets called, and it's like, hey, first time caller, what's up? Like, oh, what's going on? What's your question? Like, oh, how was your day? It's like, really, dude? Sure, okay. I tried getting out of prison, but then Power Girl stopped this riot, but I saved the day, and she vouched for me. But like, I don't like capes. I don't like Superman. I don't like any of that shit. They kind of destroy a lot of stuff, and I was kind of reckless and young back then. But I've really changed everything. But I still don't like capes. It's like, oh, it's pretty cool and all. And then you see fucking John Kent just typing in his old ass fucking BlackBerry phone.
I know.
With
I
a
saw
physical
that. I was like,
keyboard.
"What the fuck is this? This typing shit. What is this? It's really
Like, I,
bad."
I don't think the writer or the artist know what live chats look like, because it
No.
looks, I misread all of it as like a back and forth text message. No, it's supposed to be like the name bubble was for people. That can't be
Oh,
the
yeah,
case.
that makes more sense. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I couldn't understand what they
Yeah,
were
it's just
trying
like
to do.
the names. Um,
Mm.
like John Kent's like, hey, you do a radio show. I know someone else's radio show. I got a job for you. You should go on together. We need more content at the Daily Planet. And so they team up and they're like, oh yeah, we'll do a live show together. It's called Hardwired or something like that. Um,
Yes.
and the creeper's kind of flirting with her a little bit. He's like, oh, what do you, what color do you blush? Why are you asking? Oh, because you're the most beautiful girl in the world. She blushes, and he's like, oh, you blush purple. Ha! It's pretty funny.
He
So they
also
get
says that
on.
he made fan fiction of them together.
It's like friend fiction. Just two of us
It's
eating
just
ice cream
us
and talking about our feelings.
and me licking your
Um,
toes.
so it's like they're interviewing people, and it's like, oh, it's the guy who almost got me in trouble in prison. No, it's the condiment man. Oh, you got a private account. You're a correctional officer. How does it feel, sellout? And you have the quiz, who's like, oh, supers are a scourge upon the galaxy. And you have Roderick, the Steppenwolf impersonator. And they're like
Yeah.
chatting and stuff. They bring like supervillains in, like they want a different perspective and everything. And so like Livewire is kind of like on the phone, and she's like, "Oh, this fucking dude, she called me a blue-haired pronoun touting scum."
Jesus Christ.
Basically, Manosphere shit.
Yes.
He's like, "Oh, this dude's obsessed with me." I think his name's like Jack Ryder. I think his name's like Jack
Yes,
Ryder,
Jack
right?
Ryder.
Yeah, and the Creeper's like, "Oh, I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her it's me." And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you a hug. You've been an inspiration to me." He's like, "Oh shit, I gotta tell her that I'm
I
Jack
have
Ryder."
to interject here for a minute. Remember how I was joking about him licking her feet? There is that
And one of the
line.
first things he said was
He
like,
says
"Oh,
feet stuff on our first date. Love
free
it.
stuff on our first date already, huh?" So
What the fuck? The
they're about to
creeper.
wait for another show, and he's like, "Oh, I'm Jack Ryder." And she's like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Cut the sponsorship. I'm gonna electrocute you." He's like, "Don't fucking touch me, bitch. Fuck you. I'm gonna fight you now." And then they fight a lot and have like a bit of a span. It's like, "Oh, but I love you." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then Justice League members come in and
And
they're
then
like,
like
"Hey,
fucking Black
you,
Lightning shows up and he's like, "Hey, you're under arrest.
yeah, because
Broke your
you
parole."
broke your parole." And then Creeper feels bad about it, so then he takes the footage that was like shot from her freaking out and
Yeah.
edits it to be like, "Oh, she was just defending herself from me. That's all she was doing." And then like
And the two fandoms clash
yeah,
with each
yeah,
other.
yeah. His one side is Jack Ryder side, and then his creeper side. That shit was funny,
Like
actually.
they're all fighting. There's like a fucking teddy bear, like a pig
Hmm.
guy. They're like fighting each other, and like they're like, "Hey, I'm sorry about everything, and I still love you." And she's like, "Oh, that's really cool to hear."
And they make out.
But like before that, they were talking about like, "Oh, there's like, you know how ants have like a death spiral, like they
Yeah,
spiral around an ant hill until like die of exhaustion." And I was like, "Oh, I looked up what a death spiral is for ants, and how you get how you stop it is you put a twig in front of them to disrupt them. I guess you're my twig." They make out.
it's so stupid.
They're fucking John Kent and Superman coming like, "Hey, maybe try communicating first before we start an actual fight. We'll take care of this. Get the fuck out of here." I'm like, okay. Um, they fuck off. And then they come back on the show and they're talking with the teddy bear. And it's like, oh, they're chatting, and it's like, "Oh, I'm hungry and crampy. I'm gonna get some ice cream." And he's like, "Of course, my sweet. As many pints do you want?" And then it says at the very end, "Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the comic shop, Hardwired will return the pages of Reign of the Superboys and Justice League Unlimited." It was a very Superman Unlimited coded story because
Yeah,
it was not written by Dan Slott. Dan Slott wrote the backup, but it had the same like sort of art style, and like the font was the same, and it had sort of like a gold. Like
I'm
Superman Unlimited always has like a golden tint to it. Have you noticed?
sort of. Yeah, I think you read it
Okay,
as Superman Unlimited, but it says Justice League Unlimited.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I
it's
know.
still relevant.
It. Yeah, I mean, I think it
It's
might be
very,
in
yes, they are going to
Superman
Justice League
Unlimited.
Unlimited, not Superman Unlimited, but like it's still a Superman Unlimited story to me.
Yeah, I really did not care for this story at the very end
But
of it.
I have a really funny backup story from Dan Slott.
Oh
I think
yeah.
about this one. Where it's like it's this really depressed dude. He's with his family, and they're like, "Oh, you suck, Dad. I hate you."
Yeah.
And he's trying to get to work, and some homeowner guy like, "Oh, your lawn sucks." He's like, "You borrowed my lawnmower." He's like, "I don't care. Pick it up before I go homeowner on you and fine you." He's at work, and he's in the bus, and everyone hates him, and they're depressed, and they're like, "Oh, you're doing your forms wrong, blah blah blah." He's like, "Oh, when the fuck's they gonna end?" He comes home, and his family's like, "Oh, we hate you, Dad. Fuck you." And he's like asleep. And he wakes up in Bizarro World. It's the Cube World.
It's because his name is
And
Bill Zorro, by
his
the
name is
way.
Bill Zorro. And he's like, "Oh, My wife is like a bizarro. My kids are a bizarro. Um, my neighbor's a bizarro. And everyone loves me now. And everyone's like, oh, the boss has like massage seating, and oh, my boss loves me, and everyone's really cool. And it's like, oh, the hot dog cart guy is like really cool, and it's like they're all like they love him and he's great. And Superman comes in like, hey, Bill, I'm here to save you because there was some sort of discrepancy with a bunch of Bizarro items being swapped around. I'm gonna save you. He's like, no,
And that part got me so good. Where he's like, please,
please do
don't
not take me
take me
back.
back.
And he was like, what the fuck? It turns out Bizarro's Bizarro version is in place with the regular guy. He'll get back to Earth and like all the family hates him. He's like, I love it here. This is amazing.
I love that like
was the
everybody's like,
funniest shit.
oh my god, I just noticed
What?
one of the kids has a 6'7" shirt on.
What?
Look,
What page?
it is the last page.
The very last page?
Yeah, look at the center panel to the very
Oh
right.
no! I see it. He's got a big red 6'7" on his yellow shirt. What the fuck?
I just noticed that while I was looking at it. I was like, no way.
Yeah, but I thought it was a really funny issue. A really
Yeah.
funny backup story. I thought this Veni story was fine.
Yeah,
That
this did
backup
not.
issue's so good.
They didn't need to make this a special, or at least they needed to make it better and have more stories in it. Like, I don't think Creeper and Hardwire or Livewire are two characters I want to read about, honestly. I could not care less about them. So I thought this was going to be more than what it was, but it's fine. Like next time I'll read a description of something a little bit better.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good though.
Yeah. So to cap it off for our recaps of comics, which oh my god, we've gone over 2
I did not
hours.
read this. I refuse to read this. It looks stupid.
Oh, you should have. It is stupid, but it's really interesting. So I read DC X AEW. So this is
goldfish while you fucking talk about this.
so this comic is crossing over, and I'm gonna show the cover I got, which was by Daniel Warren Johnson, who
Yeah.
he loves wrestling. So of course he's gonna do a wrestling variant cover. So I have a fellow VTuber
Is that
friend.
the guy who did the main annual for episode
Yes.
Batman?
Yes. He also has a comic called Do a Power Bomb, which is all about wrestling, which I need to read. I know nothing about it. I've got no details. I just heard that is his best comic he's ever written and drawn. Like better than anything he's done.
Power Bomb?
Yeah, Do a Power Bomb.
Is it still ongoing?
No, it's like an open and shut story.
How many issues?
I don't know. I think that there's just a full volume out and you can buy
Or
it.
just a one trade paperback?
Maybe. I think it came out in issues, but then they were like, here's like a full version.
What's it called again?
Do a Power Bomb.
Do a Power Bomb.
The art
There
looks
is-
amazing.
One issue. It's sold out on Amazon.
Not surprising.
Damn it.
Anyways, this is the first issue of this crossover. So it opens up and we're getting more Wham from the what's it? The Kyle Rayner crossover for DCKO.
Batman?
Yeah, well, he's not in this. But we are getting like the intergalactic like Wham
I
stuff.
loved Omega Batman.
Yeah, this seems to be in like an alternate version of it where it's not like galactic stuff. This is more like takes place on Earth. So it opens up and like this lady has won the belt. Her name is Decelia Starshame, and the belt in her possession is just like shattering. So like it released so much energy coming off of it that like destroyed this building, and the Justice League's like investigating it, and they were like, "Hey, this has destructive energy. Hawk Girl, could this be nth metal?" And she's like, no, this is more like Element X. And if you know what Element X is, it's the stuff from DC Dark Knight's metal. The
Oh
stuff they
no.
use, yes, yes, the stuff they use to fight um the Batman Who Laughs and
Batman Who
everything.
Laughs? Oh
Mhm.
no.
So apparently the belt is made from that stuff. And then all of a sudden all these AEW wrestlers are like, "Hey, uh we're the rightful owners of that belt, so we got to help you out." And apparently what's her name? Her name's here somewhere. The champ, which is Mercedes Monet. She's like the Wham Intergalactic Champion in this. Which is strange. I'm like, there is no way that you beat Bromega, who had it last.
Right.
So they're like, hey, since this is our wrestling ring and we are involved in this, we gotta help you guys find the shards to help make this belt. So each page is like there's a splash page, like a full page where it's like the wrestler and the respective Justice League member. So you have for like the first one, you have Nightwing, and then you have uh the Billy Goat is his name. No, Will Osprey is his name, and they're teamed up and they fight the League of Assassins, beat them up, and then for the next one, it's Guy Gardner and what's his name? And John Moxley, and they're fighting the mutants, like the mutants from Dark Knight Returns.
Oh.
Yeah.
The dude with the fucking like visors?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I think they're in the main universe. Actually, they like
Huh.
introduced them as like being an existing thing, but they beat the shit out of them. The next one is Hawk Girl and Hangman Page, which apparently on this front cover here, that's who that is Hangman Page doing like a clothesliner to Lex Luthor. So they're in Limbo Town and they're fighting a bunch of Grundies, which I guess there's like multiple Grundies down here. So they're beating the shit out of them, and like Hangman Page finds these like dual pistols and starts shooting at all these
Oh.
guys. It's fucking crazy. And then the next one is funny enough, they have two Green Lanterns in this. They had Guy Gardner and then they also have John Stewart. So they have John Stewart and Strickland, this guy named Strickland, who is also like ex-military. So they have the two military guys teaming up together, fighting dinosaurs, and a sorcerer named Deimos for the shard. And then the next one is Harley Quinn and what's his name? Harley Quinn and Left Cassidy.
I assume we don't watch AEW.
No, I don't. But I was interested in this. But they're fighting the Royal Flush Gang, so they're beating the shit out of each other. Uh, and then the next one is Zatanna, and she's teamed up with the Timeless Tony Storm, and they're beating the shit out of what's his name, Johnny. Johnny. What the fuck is his name? Johnny Sorrow. That's his name. They're fighting him, and he's got like magic stuff. And then Zatanna uses like powers to make Tony like appear on top of him and just like beat the shit out of him. And then the next one is Diana and Willow Nightingale, and they're fighting together, and they're going up against this person named Echidna in like hell. So they're beating the shit out of her, and she's like a serpent lady, even though her name is Echidna, which is really weird. And then you have Batman and Darby Allen, which is this guy with like ghost makeup on. It's like skeleton makeup on one side. He's got like bandages on, and he's like no shirt, but a hoodie, and he skateboards. And I'm like, this guy's so weird, and I don't know why he's teamed up with Batman. But they go to find this shard, and then like Joker shoots at this guy's face, and he just takes his skateboard and slaps Joker across the face with it. And then you have Bruno Man. No, wait, that's not him. You have no Bruno Mannheim and Inner Gang and Kenny Omega all fighting, and then fucking Bane shows up and he's fighting him. And then oh yeah, Kenny uses like a fucking mother box to put like these little dampeners on the back of Bane and make him go like haywire, so like his venom isn't able to be used. And then for the last one, it's Aquaman and Mercedes Monet fighting a bunch of the trench. And then they go to use all of these shards, like put them together at this area. And she knocks out Aquaman and is like, oh, look, it's a corporate takeover. Lex Luthor is actually in charge, and he's the big bad guy. To be continued. So it's like a bunch of wrestling type tropes that are going on, and the to be continued is like the Justice League Elite. Justice League Elite is back like never before. So I'm guessing that they're doing something with Justice League Elite, but different because of the wrestling stuff. But it was fun and interesting. I feel like I would have more fun if I knew more of the backstory of these wrestlers and why they fit so well with each person that they were paired up with. Because I was like, some of these are really weird fits, but like I do enjoy the art in this book and how there was just full page splashes of like characters beating the shit out of people. So it's fun, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next issue. Especially with like that heel turn at the end where it's like, oh, we're actually working with Lex Luthor.
Yes.
So that's the wrap up of all the comics that came out
Speaking of
this week.
comics that actually hold my interest. New comic reveals. This is gonna be the shortest comic reveals ever done. It's 2 Marvel ones.
Mm-hmm. There's not much that came out
They
this week.
also did reveal some stuff for Spider-Man Superman. They revealed all the variant covers.
Oh, they
It's
did.
not really news for me.
Okay.
I will show you one cover that I let me try to find it for you.
Good.
I don't like this cover at all, and you will see why as soon as I show you it. Why in the name of God do they have a fucking Frank Miller cover?
Oh.
It looks so bad. Oh, it looks so terrible. This looks so awful. Why is Spider-Man in his silver spider armor suit that he's never used except like one comic? Who's this gorilla guy?
I wouldn't mind the Batman and Spider-Man, but the Superman one's like, what the fuck is this?
Who's the gorilla guy?
That's Superman in armor, I'm guessing.
I don't know. It looks fucking weird. I hate it.
I think they're trying to make it the armor from Dark Knight the Master Race, because Clark did have like this weird armor he had in that, like for one of the covers. But like Frank does not know what that looks like, so he made something entirely different. It does look like a gorilla. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
I'm getting the Sarah Pacelli cover.
Do you look at that foot on Spidey? Or no, wait, that's not Spidey's foot. What is that? Do you see that?
What?
Look at. No, wait. Is that?
What?
Okay.
The cover?
Yeah, look at Spidey's right leg, and there's like a lightning bolt thing. I don't know what that is.
Right leg.
Look at it. There's like a jagged thing there. What is that supposed to be?
Oh, you mean left leg?
But
it's in front of us left leg.
Yeah, left on our side, but like it's his right leg. You know what I mean?
Not sure.
That is. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
It's terrible. But on to non-terrible things. We got 2 new comics that just got announced. I knew about this first one, but they did a full reveal. They're doing April Fool's Day special with Deadpool, which is really cool. really like this main cover we got going on with Deadpool uh fighting a bunch of other Deadpools, running away from them. There's like a giant monster Deadpool, like a fucking Mickey Mouse like original cartoon, like 30s Deadpool. I don't want to say Cuphead because that's a lazy comparison. You got like Cowboy Deadpool, Chibi Deadpool, Deadpool 2099.
Ooh.
You got a Deadpool that's like in an astronaut suit. That Deadpool looks just like a normal dude. That zombie Deadpool, and they're all chasing after him. It says join Wade Wilson to celebrate April Fool's Day the way our ancestors did, with tricks, gags, and potentially universe-ending calamity. What was the last one? The real trick is Wade's being serious when he figures out how deadly the situation is on April 1st, and no one believes him. You do, right? Because if not, this could spell the end of the Marvel Universe as we know it. It is apparently going to be on April 1st, and there's a variant cover by Mark Bagley!
Yo.
I gotta check that out. I gotta see what that's like. This can't get enough of Deadpool. It was in Deadpool, is still run by Benjamin Percy and Jeff Shaw. Also comes out next month. Of X-Men's new Shadow of Tomorrow era series reinforces darker and deadlier side of Deadpool. So like, they're going the new Deadpool series. I'm not super excited about. I want to be pleasantly surprised with it. I'm kind of thinking it's not going to be Deadpool I'm looking for, and they're just be like, ugh, I hate Ellie now, and I'm so dark and depressed. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But now we got Doom Quest. Ryan North's writing it. Oh, okay. That's gonna fuck up the SEO because there's an Iron Man two-parter that features Doctor Doom that was like during like the original Iron Man run.
Huh.
Oh, Doom Quest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird when they I mean, they've done that a couple times now where they just rename something where it's like this event again, but this year, because there's Secret Wars, and then there's like Secret Wars whatever year the last one came out.
It's going to be written by Ryan North, and I believe it's going to be drawn by Francesco Mobili.
That's a cool cover though of Doom striking that pose and with the energy in his hand.
Yeah. Yeah, it's apparently going to be like a an issue maxi series. He wants to like go back in time to all the eras humanity wasted on war and conflict and fix them, giving children's time ensuring humanity can achieve its greatest and final glory. And then Reed's like, we should stop that because Doom's gonna have some sinister stuff going. Rhino says, I thought we left Doom in a really interesting place. The events of War under Doom. Like, yeah, he died.
Yeah. So how's he gonna come back?
When he died.
How is he gonna come back?
And I was looking forward to seeing what others do with him, and I still am. Well, a chance came to do an evergreen Doom story, being one set not in the immediate present, but set in the not too distant past, unshackled from his current status quo. It was really alluring, especially when I was told I could go as big and crazy as I wanted. In short, this is the fun one. Doom at his absolute doomiest, as he careens his way through quests through time, writing history in his image, all to noble and exalt his beloved Latveria. It's fun, it's bombastic, and promises some absolute banger Doom moments and speeches in it.
Hell yeah.
Adds, I'm super excited to be part of this great new project. It's been a long time since I last worked on interior artist for a Marvel book. I can't imagine a better way to come back. Dr. Doom is one of the greatest villains in comic history. You are right about that. Ryan North is one of the most brilliant writers who ever have in the industry right now. He's really hit or miss. I do like his Fantastic Four one, but War Doom wasn't great. This mix super fun to draw, page by page. Like everything about Ryan's writing here. Can't start for create to show you see what we're cooking up. Alex Ross cover.
Yeah.
One by.
It looks awesome.
Yeah. But yes, they are actually referencing the original Doom quest because it's gonna be a variant cover that's in the style of 149, which is Doom Quest.
Okay.
Yeah, looks pretty cool. Looks pretty fun.
Anything with Dr. Doom is epic.
That is it for the comic news.
Yeah.
Now, if I may ask, I'd like to cover this next topic, because I know more about this in the topic that I have. Can I swap places?
The next one, like, we're switching the
Yeah,
positions of
the
them.
next two, because you have more to say about the last one, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know anything about the fucking new CEO. You were the one that brought about the new CEO thing.
Oh, I mean, we
Actually, you
could.
know what? Let's make this fair. You cover the CEO this right now.
Oh, covering up the. Okay, let me bring this up because I don't have the article put up. Marvel Comics.
Well, no, you sent it to me on Discord.
I know I'm looking for it though. Okay,
Right
okay.
here.
Thank you.
I pulled it up before you. Ooh, what?
All right.
What? Huh?
So, you good?
No, I'm just wondering, like, why you sent this to me.
Oh, because like this is kind of like interesting news. Like if we're gonna get new people running Marvel Comics, because the ideas here are that the CEOs are gonna like start focusing more on like digital stuff rather than like physical media, which is something that is kind of like an interesting talk to have where it's like, are physical comics going to be a priority to them then? Because they're teamed up with Webtoon already, right?
Yeah, they're missing a
And
bunch of like older comics.
hmm and what they're trying to do is like maybe push more into that with these new CEOs. Uh, and then it also talks about expect Marvel stories to be shaped by streaming metrics and franchise synergy under Disney's new leadership, which that as a whole, as well as like we're looking at like comics as like streaming now instead of like subscription based stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's such an entirely different way of thinking about like the game, especially for Marvel too. Like it makes me wonder, will these CEOs be like, no more physical media, we're only going to do digital stuff, and that's how you can read Marvel comics? Like
No, absolutely not.
yeah. Yeah, I would hope that's not
I
that.
think people speculating on this is a useless topic because the people because like Disney, yes, Disney owns
Mhm.
Marvel. But that's it. And they really leave a lot of the Marvel comic side alone.
Yeah.
Like they have like some Star Wars stuff. They have that weird like, what if Donald Duck was Iron Man? That I guess. A lot of Disney comics are more like from the Dynamite brand, and there's not really a lot of like Disney comics that are published by Marvel. I think they should do more. I think if there's one thing they should do
That would be
is move
cool.
a bunch of Disney stuff into the Marvel imprint.
Mhm.
Because you know with Star Wars, like Star Wars is under Marvel. You do
Yeah.
the same with Disney. Give me like I don't know, a 3 Caballeros ongoing, please. I beg you, please give me that.
They
I
do
need
have
more of my Osbando Jose Carioca, please.
they
I
have
don't
an
know if
Uncle
they're gonna like.
Scrooge comic, I know that.
They do. At least under Dynamite.
No, it's
And
under Marvel.
oh,
Yeah. It's like
I know a lot of their
Scrooge Earth's Mightiest Duck or something like that. I think that's what they call it.
I know a lot of their Disney stuff is in like the Dynamite brand. Don't we do a lot of like Marvel Disney stuff?
Yeah, cuz
Um,
that's how they crossed over with Gargoyles, is that it was Dynamite and Marvel, but like Marvel somehow is like or Disney's allowing like Dynamite to still do stuff with Disney properties because they
yeah,
also have like Darkwing Duck over there too. So
yeah.
it's interesting.
But they've really left like the comic side alone. Like, you're not gonna just jeopardize entire comic shops because they have that
Hmm.
for making money at Marvel Comics.
I would hope
Um,
not. I
what
would
I
hope
do
not.
think they should do though is include new comics in Marvel Unlimited. That would
Yes.
get a ton of people on board. I do not know why they don't do that.
I don't
It's
know why
what they do
Marvel doesn't
instead
make
is
more
when you
essential
buy
stuff.
what they do instead is when you buy a physical print,
Hmm.
you can redeem it QR code in the middle to like have it in your Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah.
But they don't have like, oh, Marvel Unlimited includes every comic even the new ones, even if it's delayed by a day, that
Hmm.
would be fine, and that would get a ton more people buying into your comics because Disney's big um income stream is Disney Plus. That's where they make the most amount of
Yes.
money now. They're not making it from Blu-ray sales, and if you buy a Blu-ray, oh, then you can redeem it on Disney Plus to watch it on your streaming service. No, they release that shit when it comes to digital. Why not do the
Hmm.
same for comics? I think
Yeah, I
that
don't
would
know.
make more sense than of being like, oh, we're just getting rid of every single physical print because that's gonna tank comic stores.
Yeah, yeah. There's been like when I said that I had seen somebody else talking about it, about how there might be some kind of epidemic of that happening where it's like comics might be a situation where it becomes like a service where it's like if you want it to be like a printed comic, you have to pay more for it. And like that would be crazy,
I don't think that's
honestly.
gonna happen.
I would hope not. It would
I
be
think
a
they're
really
probably
weird
gonna make it
thing.
more convenient. I think that the worst thing they're gonna do
Hmm.
is have more brand synergy. Like for example, oh, Wonder Man did really well. We're
Yes.
launching a new Wonder Man ongoing. Oh, Doorman was a huge hit as an episode. We're gonna make a new Doorman mini comic. Stuff like that.
I know Ziegler had
And
something to do with that, didn't he?
yes, I believe he is writing that. You have like a lot of those synergy, and also like I saw a bunch of advertisements for if you read the physical prints from Marvel stuff recently. They're advertising heavily Fantastic Four First Foes.
Yes, I saw that. They
Um,
said that that's like
and that's going to be a first in a
one, yeah,
series.
like a bunch of them. So that'll be
That
interesting.
I'd be okay with that.
Hmm.
Of like, I think MCU may have done that like in its very early days of like
Yeah, they
Cornerstone.
don't really do that, do they? Where they release like a tie-in comic or like a comic that's based in that
What they
universe
should
anymore.
do, what they should do, is everyone keeps clamoring for Amazing Spider-Man 3. Where's Amazing Spider-Man 3? They want more Tobey Maguire
Hmm.
stuff. Make that into comics.
Yes, for real. Like,
They did that for
un
Spider-Man 94, which should have been a comic series. It should have been an animated series, a
anything
season of
that
that.
doesn't get like another season or something, and then people clamor for it, like just make it into a comic book. Because they've done that with like other series where it's like,
They were going
uh,
to do that with the DCEU. Like,
hmm.
Zack Snyder was wanting to team up with Jim Lee, and Jim Lee was down for it.
Oh,
To do,
really?
like, DCEU after Justice League in comic form, like continuing that universe in comic form. But like some corporate mandate didn't like that or
That's
something.
weird. That's
Um,
interesting.
'Cause I'd be down for that. That would be really cool. But like,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, I'm thinking the most we'll see is like hopefully add new comics, even if it's late by a day or two,
Hmm.
to Marvel Limited because Shonen Jump does that so fucking well. You pay like a couple bucks a month, you get the newest chapters of like Spy X Family and Lock and shit like that. Like that's great. Or
Yeah.
not Blue Lock. Blue Lock's not a Shonen Jump thing. But, like One Piece and
Hmm.
like other Shonen Jump stuff. I think Blue Lock is some other thing.
It's
Maybe Shonen
Kodansha.
Jump. Yeah,
Kodansha.
but you know what I mean? Like new comic, new manga chapters coming out like day of. Right?
Hmm. Yeah.
They make bank because of that. That's mainly the main income because they don't really do print anymore, at least in the U.S.
Yeah. They
If they
completely
did,
stopped
I'd
that.
get all of them.
Same. I used to actually go to the store and like get those big volumes of Shonen Jump.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, cool. Like
Mhm.
I think I have one that has a crossover between Dragon Ball and One Piece actually in it.
Yeah, they did another one with Dragon Ball One Piece and Toriko, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't seen that yet. I would like to.
I think that's gonna be the most we'll see of this like new thing. I think maybe
Hmm.
they'll have more MCU stuff, maybe like digital stuff first, like not digital stuff first, but like digital stuff simultaneous.
Hmm.
I don't think they're gonna get rid of like physical prints.
I like I said, I hope not. I hope that's not a like possibility in the future. That would be
Speaking
a
of
shitty
MCU
situation.
shit,
Wonder Man.
Let's talk about Wonder Man.
I watched all of
I
Wonder Man last night.
What's really funny is that Hikaru was like, "You need to see Wonder Man," and I'm not seeing it yet, but you need to see it. I'm like, okay. Like it was one night at work. I was bored. I'm like, all right, I'll watch one and see what it is. And I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck? So I DM Hikaru, I'm like, you need to watch this. And he's like, I'll watch it soon. You told me to watch it. You only watch it now?
I had a busy schedule. You don't know how my schedule is. It's very tight.
Well, I watched it, and it's fucking incredible. It is one of the best post
I
Endgame.
I agree.
I think it's my second favorite Disney Plus show behind like Loki.
I think that this is such a neat idea of like it is not just superhero centered. Like it has superhero elements in there, but it takes the idea of like this struggling actor and uh the Trevor character from like Iron Man 3 and giving him more character too. Like
He also appeared in Shang-Chi.
yeah, I still need to watch that and see how he is in that.
He only appeared in Shang-Chi like once.
Hmm.
He got like rescued because like he wasn't the Mandarin or something, and
Yeah.
he stayed free.
There was a short.
Um,
There was a short where it took place after Iron Man 3 where he's like getting interviewed and then like it was hinting that there was an actual Mandarin, which
yeah,
I'm going to say it. I like the twist that there's not an actual Mandarin because the whole point of Iron Man 3 was the fact that they had manifested a terrorist because they were American people being like, look, the problem's over here, not here. And I'm like, that's fucking
yeah.
interesting.
But basically, the main series is about this guy named Simon Williams. He's like a struggling actor
Hmm.
who really loves movies a lot and like all of them when I talk with people. He's he flunked out of a shoot of American Horror Story because he didn't want to play in blood or something, and he was like really taking over like the
Yeah,
whatever.
he's very picky
Um,
about his scripts to the point where he's like, he over analyzes everything, and
yeah,
he's like, I have to get into the characters, and it's like, dude, you are getting way too specific with this.
yeah. Um, and like he really wants to find like an audition for something, so he goes to watch a movie called like
Night Cowboy.
Cow Midnight Cowboy or something.
Yeah, Midnight Cowboy.
I think it's an actual movie.
Yes, it is.
He's watching it and like this really loud guy is like on his phone or whatever, and he's like, oh, I won't talk to him in the movie. But he overhears that he's like auditioning for some sort of movie. He doesn't know
Hmm.
what it is though, so he's like telling him, he's like, oh, I heard you're auditioning for a thing. He's like, oh yeah, it's Wonder Man. He's like, they're remaking Wonder Man? Because he loved what the original Wonder Man movie as a kid.
Hmm.
It's like some sort of like Flash Gordon type of like uh movie where it's like this space guy and he's fighting like dudes like a Star Trek William Shatner fighting a lizard. Kind of gave that vibe a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, he's like, I need to audition for that. Like that is my thing. So he kind of like fakes being one of his like producer friends to get this like audition, and he goes in and he tries doing really well. Um, and like the other guy, Trevor was like giving him tips and everything, and like uh, it also focuses on like his family and everything. It's like his family
Yeah.
are like, I think they're like Haitian, they speak like Creole, um, and they're like talking about oh, Sam Williams is like and is like kind of a failed actor or whatever, and he's and oh our other son Eric, oh he's doing so well, he's doing a manager at some place or whatever, and like he's really struggling with that. He's also struggling with the fact that he has powers
Yeah.
himself. Like Simon has like ionic powers,
Yes.
and they explain why it's a bad thing with the best episode in the series, Thorman.
Hmm.
Thorman is an actual character in 616 in the main comic universe.
He's like a member of
Um,
the
which
West Coast. No, wait. The Great Lake Avengers. Sorry.
which I will say, I fucking hate it when people call the MCU universe the main universe 616. It is not the
Mm-mm.
case.
Yeah,
The
no.
MCU Earth
is 1999.99. It is not 616. Because when people talk about, oh, the Fantastic Four are in this universe, but the main MCU, the 616. No! Stop calling it that.
Yeah.
MCU universe in 1999.
Do you know who would agree with you on
In
that?
Spider-Verse, in Cross Spider-Verse, we hear Oscar Isaac, or Oscar Wilde? I don't know.
It's Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, 1 and 2. He was like Miguel, starting 29. And so I'm like, oh, that lousy Spider-Man who did some shit in Earth 1999. That's referencing No Way Home. He knows how No Way Home. And it's like, just call it 1999. Damn it.
You know what's so funny about it is that I think the actress who plays Miss Marvel would agree with you because she I think gave notes to Kevin Feige and was like, this isn't 616 universe, this is like this universe, and he just didn't listen.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because she's actually wrote comics and stuff, which is cool.
He wrote like a Miss Marvel comic.
Yeah.
So we have like this episode about this guy. He's working at this like LA nightclub.
Yeah, he's the bouncer.
Doorman. They call him the doorman. He's the bouncer, right? And he's doing a really good job. And he's like talking with the bartender. He's like, "Don't you want to like do something else? Like this is a good stepping stone for like acting." And he's like, "I like my job here. It's a good job. I enjoy it. Like I'm fine here." He like takes out the trash, and he sees this like black goop like dip from like a dumpster, and it creates this like little hole. He sticks his hand in, and he sees a bunch of like doors, and he enters one of them and appears in an apartment, and his dog is there. But his dog jumps through him, and he's in the other floor, and he's like, "Oh shit, that's my dog!" And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. You're in the bathroom." He's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And it's like, "That's my dog. Sorry, I'm out of here." And I thought for a second he entered another universe.
Oh yeah.
But because it was all black and white.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he entered like an alternate universe or something.
No.
So he starts to like notice that he has a power of like things going through him. And at the LA bar, there's like this fire going out. He's like, "Oh, everyone get in me. I'm like the door." And everyone's like, "Okay." And they go in and it's like, "Oh my god, he actually can save us." So he saved everyone at the nightclub because it was a fire and they couldn't get out. And he becomes like a local celebrity. And he like hangs out with a bunch of like different actors and like he's the doorman of the actors where it's like, "Oh, you need to get in a certain place? Sure, get in me, you can exit the other side and everything." And so he's like in some sort of shoot right now because he's hanging out with
Josh Gad. Yeah.
Josh Gad is in this.
He's singing a rap song about melting in snow. Shit.
So like he's hanging out in like some sort of shoot, eating food. He's at craft services, and he's talking with some other dude. He's like, "Hey, you want to get in acting?" And he's like, "I don't know about that, man." He's like, "Come on, give it a try." It goes out. And Josh Gad's like, "Hey, I want you in a movie. We're making a movie called Cash Grab, and I want you to star in it." I'm like, "Okay, sure." They do the shoot, and it's a practical effect to where like, "Oh, we gotta get out of the safe," and he comes in, he's like, "Hey, I'm the doorman. Get in me."
He's wearing the mask
out.
too, though. He's like wearing a mask that's
and
supposed to be like from the comic.
Yeah. So like he becomes like a celebrity, and like he stars a bunch of like movies and commercials, and he gets in trouble for the commercials and everything. And he starts to get really like disillusioned with it all, and he's like, "I don't know if I can be this actor anymore." And he's talking with, "I don't know what to do with my life anymore." Cash Grab is like, "Hey man, we're making Cash Grab 2. You should come join us." He's like, "Perfect. Yeah, I'd love to do it."
Because he needs the money
He needs
too.
the money too, but like he wants to get back to like his roots. I'm kind of thinking as well. So stars in this like scene, but he's like not really holding his powers. Not really.
He's
like,
feeling sick. Yeah.
His stomach kind of gurgles a little bit, and like, "Oh, we gotta get in the place," and all the people going in through him to escape. And Josh Gad's like, "All right, I'm going in," and he goes in. and he eats him.
Yeah, he throws up at the
He
same
eats
time.
him. Yeah, he throws up. He eats him. Like, he's in his stomach. He eats him. He's dead. And everyone's like, what the fuck? So, because of that, the Department of Damage Control take him and put him away and lock him up and like examine him and shit to try
Yeah.
to finally get Josh Gad back if he's even still alive, which I don't think he did. He basically vored him, and there's now a law in place that's like if you are a actor with superhuman abilities, you can't act because there's so much insurance policy and everything that
Yeah.
you're blacklisted. And you see Simon Williams watching the thing on his phone, and it's in the past. He's on like some people recognize it like a hospital show or something that was gonna be on or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was watching it, and someone's like, "Oh, what are you looking at? Is it good? Is good or is it bad?" He's like, it's bad news." And he like gets up and leaves the set. Or he even started acting, he leaves. And it just lingers on that shot, and I was like, that is so beautiful of an episode. That's so good.
Yeah.
The rest of the episode follows like they get a call back from they have some sort of like family dinner. Trevor is like he's tasked with like finding Simon Williams and getting him to act up. That way they can capture him. They need evidence to prove that he has superior abilities because the Department of Damage Control is like downsizing.
Yeah, and that one guy just wants to have somebody he can throw into a cell so he can keep his job.
Exactly, yes. He's like really trying to manufacture this, even though Simon's like a good guy. So, they have this like family dinner because like Trevor needs more info, and that doesn't really end well. And so like in the car, and he's like kind of depressed and everything, and Trevor's like taking a piss. He decides, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. Simon's a good guy. I'm gonna throw my wire away and just break it. And he comes back and he's like, hey, dude, I need to tell you something. He's like, me too. We just got callbacks.
For Wonder Man.
For Wonder Man. Then they they're trying to get like some sort of they're in a bar, and like some people from Trevor's past come back and they beat him up, and Simon defends himself by like beating them up. Some kid videotapes it. They chase after him, and they're like, "Hey, it's gonna expose us. Can you not?" He's like, "Okay,
Yeah.
I'll throw away it. You do a job for me." So there's this guy that stole his bike, and they have to go take it back and like beat the guy up. They think the guy who stole his bike is doing drugs, but he's actually making homemade candy.
That
It's
shit's
like
fucking
really
hilarious.
good. And then like the police come, like, oh, we're gonna no, not the police comes. The other dudes, like the thugs come in, they're beating him up. Like they get the kid who got them on the station, they have like a gun to his head, and like, oh, we're gonna shoot him if you don't come in. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. He's like, oh, I forgive you. Oh, I'm sorry for being messed up. It's like, oh, okay, tell me this. You can't upload a GoPro video on the GoPro stuff. Like, no, you can't do that. It's like, I knew it. We gotta get the fuck out of here. And he's like, okay. So they run away, and like guns go off. They go in the car. It's like, oh my god.
That, and they got the call from his agent, Simon's agent, where they were like,
and
"Hey, the
callback is leaving America tomorrow. You have to be here now." And he's like, "Okay."
The auditions are happening now.
So they go over to his house, and
it's a crazy rich person house.
It's like a crazy rich house. It is the guy who played the governor or leader of Bavaria
from Superman.
Is the actor Atko Burek. He's also well known for being in a movie called Triangle of Sadness. But he was so good. He's like one of the best parts of any movie he's in. I'm gonna see Triangle of Sadness to see like what this guy's acting is made of, you know?
Yeah, I liked his character here. It was really interesting.
And audition for the movie, and he's not really like doing well. He's kind of bobbing a little bit.
Yeah, he really needs like
He's really
Trevor
unoriginal
as
or
his
whatever.
partner, because like everybody else that the director is like giving him as a partner, he doesn't like gel well with. He's
Yeah.
just like, I need
So he
him.
like he's like sitting in the chair or whatever, and he's like, waiting for the next thing to go off, and he's kind of going back because like the actor's like, that's not what I'm looking for. You're not really doing so, or the director's like saying, you're not doing so well. So he's like in this scene where they're doing like a phone call, and he's like, oh,
Oh shit, that scene. Yeah.
I'm your classmate. You know that? And he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna stop acting. We know who you are. And he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, we know you're a superhuman freak. You're not gonna act. He's like antagonizing him.
Yeah.
And Simon loses control and punches a hole through his face. I was like, what the fuck?
I know that part. I was like, did he actually do that? And then it's like, oh
And then
no,
wakes
he
up
was,
in
he was,
dreams.
it was a
Oh
dream.
my god, don't do that to me. And they're just like, hey, wake up. Did we bore you? What's going on? And he's like, sorry, I need to step outside for a second. So he goes outside and he's like contemplating what he wants to do with his life.
Hmm.
Trevor comes like, hey, I've been there. You're a great actor. I know what you gotta do. Don't worry about a thing. Your family
I
doesn't support
really
you, but I
like
do.
him in this show, like how supportive of a character he
Yeah.
becomes, because you get to learn so much about him. Like in Iron Man 3, he was just like a silly guy, but now you get to be like, oh, he's like very passionate about what he's doing. Like he actually likes acting, and he found like a fellow actor that he's like bonding with. So like the further he gets into this job, he feels worse and worse because he's like, I don't want to turn this guy in because he's like my best friend now
Yeah.
that I just met.
So, they're like, they're like doing the scene or whatever in front of the actor, and it cuts like them leaving. It's like, we failed, like our best, please. And the director's like, hey, come here for a second. And he's like, what? We failed? Like, no. You were the best actors I have seen in this audition. I want you for the role. You are perfect.
He's like, I see no other
Imagine
person.
any other person as good as you for Wonder Man. And you, Trevor, are going to be Barnaby.
That was
They're like,
awesome.
holy shit. So it cuts to them filming the movie and everything. They're doing
Yeah, it's
the
like been like a
filming.
year later or something.
Yeah.
Because they're like living the good life.
They're doing the movie. Everyone loves them. But they have an interview for a New York Times writer named Kathy Friedman, who just verbally eviscerates anyone she interviews. Like they ruin their reputation. Like
They're like
Gordon
so
Wilson
worried because
Levitt,
like
and much other people, and like they're gonna like, and so like Simon's like, I'm really worried. I'm gonna call my ex-girlfriend who broke up with me in the beginning of the show, and they're like talking. Like, oh, I always said nice things about you, but like you're really selfish. You need to like get your shit together. She leaves, and he's like, oh shit, my family as well. What about them? And it's like, Kathy's like, no, they said nice things about you. Like you're good. They sit down. He's like really worried, but like, oh no, they're gonna talk shit.
well, he's like worried about his
Trevor.
yeah.
And she's talking about Trevor and like, you were the Mandarin, you were a terrorist. We saw
You got
being
arrested when
arrested
you
at the
got
airport.
here.
And it's like, holy shit, what the fuck? So he fucks off, and Simon's like super angry about that. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, hey, yeah, I was originally the Mandarin. He knew he was originally the Mandarin. He's like, yeah, I
He
was
took
hired.
a deal. Yeah.
I took a deal. I hired to spy on you. And he's like, you've been lying to me this time. Like, no. No, you're a great friend. You're blah blah blah. But like, I had to do this. And he's like, I'm gonna fuck off or whatever. He runs away, and he's like, has like a big power meltdown, blows up a giant like studio lot. And, like,
Yeah.
he's at home and like he's really angry, but he's like really like scared. He's like, they're gonna come after me now. Like they know now, and like even the agent was like, we got him. Let's go arrest him right now. We know who he is. We know exactly who did that. They go, and you see like a bunch of policemen going up the stairs, and they're about to arrest him. And he gets a call from him. He's like, hey, I am so sorry. I know how to fix this. You're a great friend. Goodbye. And he puts in the phone. And they go in, and they bust on the door. And it's not at Simon's place. And he's like, what happened? So he turns on the TV, and it's like, we have a news report. A well-known terrorist has sent in a video from all of our stations. It's the Mandarin.
He
Trevor
broke out the
comes back as the man.
Mandarin.
He's like, "Here's another lesson for you, America. Hollywood brainwash. I blew up that Wonder Man set to prove a point." He takes the fall, and he gets arrested. And even the agent's like, "I knew it was Sam Williams. I'm gonna let you take the fall, but we're watching you. We're watching him as well." So, during the show, cuts the premiere of the movie. Everyone just loves it. It's so good. It's amazing. They have an actor who looks just like Trevor as like Barnaby.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know why, but they just do.
No, it was
Like-
funny because it's that guy that they went to go and record the tape at. So then they
Oh,
used
yeah.
him as his
So-
replacement.
Like, they're leaving, and he's like, "I'm living the good life," and his brother, which I didn't really like his characterization, like, he kind of flipped his shit because he was like, "Oh, you're never gonna be an actor. You're terrible." He's like freaked out, and he like broke a table, and they're like, "What the fuck?" But
Mhm.
no, he's now supporting him, and I don't really like that change because it made it feel like the brother wasn't on. So it's like, "Oh, you did really good in the movie." It's like, yeah. Cuts to how much time later he's in a fucking like countryside town or whatever, and he's like he's sort of talking with like this guy, and he's like, "You really want me to like my business?" And like, "So yes, for movie." "Okay, yeah, sure." "You can't tell what it is." No. He's like, "Okay, yeah. He follows him around. He kind of like writes notes. He has dinner with his family. Like goes to the doctor with him, but he's like sitting in the corner. The doctor's like, "Hey, you're doing good. You're cholesterol and stuff like that," and he's like, spying on him or whatever, but like consensually, because for a movie. But then it's like, okay, first day on the job, ready for this? I fudge some paperwork. If anyone asks, you're blah blah blah, and he's like, "Yeah." And it cuts to like the car like driving away, and it pans up, and you see this like giant prison complex. It was like, "Oh my god, they're gonna break Trevor out!" So they're like going in. It's like, "Oh, hey, this new guy coming in. Oh, it was his badge and everything." And he like walks past the agent that was gonna arrest him. He's like, "That guy looks familiar. What?" Huh? So they, so like the worker guy is
Yes.
like taking notes, and he's like, "Okay, so we need to do blah blah blah." Like, "Oh, I need to be right back for a second." Yeah. Just call from his wife. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "Did you see the amount of money we got? It's like an anonymous. We could retire from that job. We can live healthily now." And he's like, "What?" He turns around and he's gone. Simon's gone, and he realizes, "Oh shit!" And the agent's like, some of our cameras went off. What's going on?" It's like, "Oh, someone's coming in and breaking someone out." And he goes to the cell, and Trevor's like looking. He's like, "Oh shit, it's you! You came to rescue me." He's like, "Yes, I know how to control my ionic powers now." And he like breaks the bars, and he carries him. And the agent's like, "He's breaking him out. We gotta go find him right now." And they're rushing in, and they're gonna go stop Simon. He's like, "All right, on to something, Trevor. Love you, man. You're the best." Like, "Oh, thank you so much." They fly out. They like just shoot out of the roof, and they fly away.
That's the end.
And that was the end of the series.
I thought it was really good. Like I said, I
It was
think
so good. I need to see him in like Doomsday or Secret Wars.
I don't know. I kind of like him being encapsulated in his own thing. Like he doesn't need to be in anything else. Like
I like the character. It was just a good character. I need to see more stuff. I don't care if we get a season 2. If we get a season 2, perfect.
yeah.
Great.
I don't know what they
Just
would
give me
do.
more. He becomes a superhero, vigilante, acting double life. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I like the idea of what they were working with though. Is like you don't know at first like what's really happening. Like you're just introduced to him, then you see he has powers, then it's like, oh, Trevor's there secretly to go and get him, like all along, like even from the very start of just him happening to like meet up and like plant the idea of like, oh, we're gonna go audition for Wonder Man. Like that was all set up beforehand to get him because they knew he had powers when he was like younger or something somehow. Like they
Yeah.
tracked that he had like tantrums and stuff that had caused like massive damage in certain areas. So they're like, okay, so like he's done some shit, so we got to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was really good though. It's again,
mhm.
it's my second favorite Disney Plus series. Like, if you want a Disney Plus Marvel show that like you don't really need to know much about in the MCU post Endgame at least, Wonder Man's your thing. But like, my favorite
Yeah,
Disney Plus show has always been Loki. I love.
I still need to watch it.
Um, yeah. I'm gonna cut this last topic out. This one right here.
Which
I'm gonna
one?
save that for next week because we are running
Okay.
out of time. I need to go soon.
Yeah, it has been
Um,
like almost three
why don't
hours.
you do this last one?
Yeah. So, Marvel is releasing a series called Imperial Guardians. For a long time, we thought it was going to be a long-running series, but apparently, it's going to be a mini series now. They're cutting it down. Nobody knows why they're doing this. From what I hear in this article here, uh, they are talking about how they were doing this for a long time, where it was like we're kind of secretly dropping that these are mini series. They're not going to be ongoing series anymore. To where we're only going to try these out for 5 or 10 issues, and I'm just like, oh, that kind of fucking sucks for this book, especially since this is by the
Yeah.
same guys who were doing like one of the same guys that was doing like uh Annihilation and like old Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. So this kind of makes me wonder like where does this leave us with Guardian books, because when was the last time you saw a Guardians of the Galaxy book on the shelf?
I don't think I've ever seen a Guardians of the Galaxy book on the shelf. Like a
That's like
trade.
that's not good. I'm trying to
I got
think
the
of,
comics really recently, and it's like I haven't seen anything.
yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Let me check when the last Guardians of the Galaxy Galaxy comics.
I am very much hoping that they do end up like maybe change their mind because like the comics are good, maybe they later on down the line.
Say that again.
I do feel like they should maybe change their mind if like the comics like really good. Maybe they can go on
Yeah,
down the
that's what
line.
I'm thinking is like, why would you take something? Because these are interesting characters. You have Darkhawk, you have Cosmic Ghost Rider, you have Gamora, you have Captain Marvel, and I mean, probably people won't know who Amadeus Cho is, but like he's another Hulk, technically. So it's an interesting team. I think having two green people on the team is a little stupid. It's like uh weird synergy, I guess. But everything else looks cool and has a cosmic vibe to it. But I don't know why they decided to be like, hey, we're just gonna shorten this down. So
Yeah.
it's upsetting. It's upsetting that it's not even out yet. It comes out on March 11th. So if you guys want to see more cosmic stuff, if you want to see more Cosmic Ghost Riders, some more Darkhawk, which Darkhawk's awesome. If you don't know who Darkhawk is, he's like one of the coolest 90s heroes ever. He's like very tokusatsu coded. So,
I'm probably
yeah.
reading Imperial Guard just for Ghost Rider.
Yeah, he's really cool looking.
Yeah.
So,
That about does it for this episode.
yeah, we've been going for 3
Um,
hours and I
before we
haven't slept
go,
yet.
oh, why don't we look at the
Yes, we
issues
should
that are
look at
coming out next week? For Marvel and DC
it's
specifically, I don't really have anything else that's coming out. This
let
only
me
other like image comic I have is maybe Radiant Black, but that's gonna be in March. I was gonna
does
cover Radiant
Exquisite
Black
Corpses
this
come out?
week. No, that's coming next month. I was gonna maybe tackle Radiant Black Volume 5, I think I'm on, or 6. No, it's 5. 'Cause that's
Okay.
the latest one. I was gonna do that this week,
Oh.
Got to read it.
Okay, so we have two big things coming out next week. The final issue of Mortal Legend Batman and the final issue of Batman and Robin.
Yes.
So those
for
are gonna
me,
be big.
issues that I'm getting. I'm getting Absolute Wonder Woman 2016 1. DCKO number 4 is gonna be really, really good.
Oh shit!
A
lot of things are
Robin is
ending.
ending, so it's gonna be another end of my favorite series.
Is Spider-Man? Is that the last issue of Spider-Man Noir right there too, or is it going?
I believe so. Yes.
And then it's the last issue of Spider-Man Torn as well. So we got 4 series ending.
Yeah, we got a more Legend Band number 6.
Wade Wilson number 1.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Mark
much.
Spector,
Oh,
Moon Knight number 1.
Cyclops game number 1.
Are you gonna read this Bleeding Hearts book? It's by Dennis Camp.
Probably not.
I might give it a look.
Let me know how it is.
I think the last issue of Alien versus Captain America comes out. Yeah, I think
number
it's
4.
Yeah, another thing concluding. There's a lot of concluding this
We also
next
got
week.
Supergirl number 10.
Yes, I'm excited for that.
I misread this as like, is she going out with the girl? Please, is she going out with the girl?
No, that's her friend. And then the guy above
we need her to be gay. Damn it!
You want her to be gay so bad.
It's kind of funny that Black Cat number 7 has Jane Venom. That looks a little weird.
Where is it?
Black Cat number 7.
Black Cat number 7.
As a cover with Black Cat and Mary Jane
Oh,
and Venom's like.
yeah. Wait, why?
It looks like they're gonna be fucked by Venom or something. That's what I kind of think from the cover.
Oh, they're meeting in this.
They're gonna do the slappy.
Oh, she is holding the tongue. That is very sensual. What the hell?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We also got
Cyclops
Venom
number
issue.
1.
Just got another Venom issue. We got Siren Love Hurts number 1, which I'm looking forward to as well, especially the art. Ooh, and of course, the most important comic has ever come out in the history of comics. Star Wars Jar Jar number 1.
Oh my god.
It changed the entire Star Wars universe.
It's gonna be
I
Jar
will be
Jar.
picking it up. I want to see what this is gonna have. But yeah, that'll be about it for me.
Hell yeah. It's definitely a wrap up for me. I am tired as hell right now.
All right. We'll see you all next week for some end of things and beginning of things. So,
yeah, there's a lot of ending books, a lot of beginning books. I'm excited. Lots of new characters to jump into and a lot of cool conclusions. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.